Welcome, everybody. Welcome, HyperX Scrim Season 1, Week 4, presented by OUTcast Esports, casted by me, RANDOMX, and of course, Misfire Pickfor, the OP stat man himself. Should expect a full lobby. Of course, Friday nights are always mixed scrims, so 2 rounds of FPP, 2 rounds of TPP if the rounds work, because they are kind of messed up right now. But there is a 3-minute delay. I expect a lot of action, so I'll be seeing you guys in the stream very soon. So kick back and enjoy the music. We should be starting roughly in about 15 minutes. I wanted to start the stream a little early, so that way maybe I can chat it up with you guys a little bit, maybe even talk with Pickfor just a little bit more than I normally get to. So that's the reason why I started early. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So let me see if I can get into the room with Pickford. See how he's doing. Hello, hello. Pickford, can you hear me?
How about I take it off mute before I start talking?
It's all good. I was hoping I wasn't gonna have any technical difficulties, but it's good. It's good. You sound good.
No,
How you doing, man?
Welcome.
I
am doing good. After I got home from work, I put on a little random scrims or custom rooms before I ate some dinner. Now I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready for the week to be over and ending the week halfway through the Scrim season.
Halfway through already, guys.
Halfway
Tonight's the final night of week 4, and then we'll be getting into the later half of the season. I started the stream a little early so that way we can have. I feel like the last few times I was always rushed because I always started the stream kind of late, so can never have those discussions. What happened the week prior, the couple of days prior, right? So go ahead and Pickford and fill us in what happened since yesterday, last week, for anyone that's new to the stream or maybe a new team that decided to join tonight. I did see some.
If you haven't been paying attention, shame on you, because you've been missing a great first 4 weeks of this season. There have been 50 unique teams so far in the first 4 weeks of this season that have come in and out here. And on those 50 teams, 315 individual members. Wow. A lot of different people coming in, a lot of teams coming in playing multiple players on the same team. A lot of teams coming in with 2 teams. And here's an example. For the first time in the 4 weeks, Misfire is coming in with a second team. We're actually having 2 teams this week. We have the standard Misfire team, number 5, and then in slot 14 we have our second team, Jinjin Finchin. One of our members, Jinjin. It is a Finchin, so it's Team Jinjin Finchin. Say that 10 times fast.
Jinjin Shinjin. Wait, what?
Jinjin Finchin.
I am not gonna attempt that again. I'm gonna totally butcher that all night. I swear.
14 or JJTC. But with that said, a lot of teams come with 2 players. A lot of teams have switched. We've seen teams on 3 different teams so far in this first 4 weeks. And in fact, in between matches 3 and 4, we're going to talk to one of those guys, one of the teams, a new team, 404 Error, and run by Karma. Brand new team coming in here. This is their first week, and they're coming in 4 weeks in. Yeah. You know what? If they do well, you can really move up those ranks very, very easily. Because we had on Wednesday 187. We've heard that team name before.
Of course.
Coming in and getting the victory. Right behind them was the Dream Killers, 77 points, and then a team we haven't heard a lot of. It came in 3rd place, Metaphor Bravo. Coming to find out, excuse me, Metaphor Bravo, all Spanish-speaking team.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's like a Spanish-speaking team version of Metaphor. So I think they should be called, Hombres de Cuatro, if they are going to be the Metaphor Bravo team, or the Spanish team. And then True Sports in 4th, and Walking Frags, a team that doesn't play that often, in 5th place. Wednesday is a unique part of the week, Brandon, that teams that don't play the rest of the week will come in and play on that Wednesday TPP event. We have Spray and Pray, we have Meeseeks, we have a lot of teams that only come in for that one event, and it really screws up or puts a wrench in that that scrim. I have to consider it when a team like Meeseeks or Spray and Pray comes in. Obviously, those 2 teams, those teams can do well. It's like
they can disrupt some things for sure.
It's like we're having some chili, but that's that one extra jalapeno that your grandma that you weren't expecting, and you're like, whew. You don't want to say anything. It's not too bad, but it's a little bit too spicy. Yeah. You don't want to say anything because you don't want to get your grandmother mad. And then on Monday, Hacks comes in here, wins the whole thing with 90 points. OUTcast Alpha in 2nd. A team an all Chinese team that's we've seen recently. ADP third place, Dream Killers in fourth, and Top Strikers in fifth. Top Strikers a team that they all come from South America, average about 120 to 150 ping, but they prefer North American scrims to South American scrims. And they feel that's more organized and it's more of a community
Nice.
than in South America. So
Yeah,
they come here
for
and
sure.
they still clap out. They're a top 10 team right now. But they
Bong Main says hello, by the way, on the Twitch
Bogman,
channel.
hello, Bogman, a member of OUTcast Charlie and a good friend of a lot of the guys in
Hello, Bong Main. Yes, I'm using a finger glove so I can swipe easier through the action for you guys. Okay, that's how serious I'm taking these scrims. I feel it felt lost last week not doing the scrims on Friday, but I did my first 24-hour stream. It was like the only days I can really do it was between Friday and Saturday.
Ooh,
Tired as hell, but it worked. We were good.
I was tired for you, and I watched 3 hours and 45 minutes of the 24 hours. And I was tired for you.
Yeah.
But there was a long time. And then if you haven't watched Random Streams over there on Trovo, you're missing on a great time. Like I said, last week, 24-hour stream tomorrow.
I'll never do that again.
I think it starts at 11 a.m. Eastern.
10.
Was Eastern time? Did you say what time?
No,
you said on what side?
1 p.m. Eastern, 10 o'clock East.
1 p.m.
Pacific.
Eastern. 12-hour scrimmage does it every Saturday. It'll be on here this Saturday. You need to see all of Random and all of his cast of characters: Lady AD, Random's wife, Oscar, Vegiman, all the bunch of weirdos.
Thank you for follows. All the weirdos, yeah.
And weirdos that you see. I tell you what, and you see a lot of the same people. And it's really.
Hey, sometimes I'll get some of the people that join these as well to join in for those customs. Yeah.
Exactly. In fact, we've had what's his name? Thrive has been in here a lot of times. He comes in and out and plays live, but a lot of guys you'll see in here. But he has his own cast of characters, and it's a really fun time. What I like about doing it when I go on there is it's 12 hours long. If you're doing it on a Saturday, you go do a couple things, do your errands, hang out with the family, jump in, play 3 or 4 of his scrims, jump out. Go do something else, come back, and he's going to be there all day long for 12 hours. And you know what? You can make yourselves a pretty penny because he'll do a scrim. He does custom rooms over and over and over again between like $1 to $5 in both cash and UC. But it's one match over and over and over and over and over again. So by the end of the night, I've seen guys go out there with $20, $25 easy in one time. You see, and Randall kind of added up at midway, halfway through, like, holy jeez. Telly Jones has now won $17, or this guy's won $22. So if you play it off and you do well, you can make yourself a nice little chunk of change.
That's the giveaways and stuff we do as well.
Oh,
but, yeah.
The wheel. Oh, I'm not even talking about the wheel. They gotta show up just to see what the wheel is. But
we are missing some members. We start at 5 after the hour. Okay, never mind. We got 5 minutes. For some reason, I was thinking 7. See, missed out in a week and already forget we start at 7:05 or 10:05.
Since you have a few little time, kind of give me like the 24-hour stream, like kind of like what were the feelings like after 5-hour mark, the 10-hour mark?
I was good, to be honest. I think my wall hit somewhere around like the 15-16 hour mark. I just started getting really tired, but after like about an hour to slump right there, I kind of bounced back after that, and it was okay.
Did you have any of like how long did your compatriots hang out? Like how long did Lady make it? Of the 24 hours, how long was she there for?
Well, Lady worked, so she was there for a good chunk of the classics that I did, and then she joined for the customs. Oscar stayed for a good while too. I don't know if anyone stayed for the whole 24. I definitely wouldn't recommend staying up 24 hours without any sleep.
Although I will say one thing: when I went to bed, I did keep the stream on.
Mark it off my bucket list, okay? That's something I probably won't ever do again.
So you're not going for the 36-hour Jamie? Nice.
Oh hell no!
But I tell you what, the way that Trovo increases their hours, she may be doing that like a week from now. It's harder and harder. You're in that top 5. You're in that rare air up on top with a very few streamers. And the app is blowing up. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single month. The amount of viewers every month is growing. So, it's a cutthroat world.
Thank you, Dad. Appreciate that, man.
up there on the top where you're at with those top 500, like in all of Trovo streamers, man. I mean, it shows you obviously earned it. You worked very, very hard to get there, but whew, it's a lot of hard work. I mean, how many hours a month does it probably take to stay up there at this point?
I streamed it's a weird number, okay? I streamed 187 hours last month.
Holy
Hey, maybe that's a sign. We do have Team 187 tonight. They are currently in the lead.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like what, 5, 6.
It averages out about
9
6.5 hours a day, if I average it out. But I don't stream 6.5 hours. Sometimes the 12-hour streams plus the 24 hours. Last month it was a little extra because of the 24-hour stream for sure. But
I'll tell you what, I sub to them. You get your money's worth. Tell you what, if the amount of money it costs, the amount of pennies it costs per minutes watched of footage or of time, you'll get your money's worth. Hey, who knows? If you go on Random's Trovo stream, you might know some little bit of trivia. If you pay attention to the stream tonight and some of the things we talk about, and you go on his stream tomorrow, there might be some trivia questions in the chat where you can win free subs based on information about what we're talking about tonight. And so if you know the answers, it'll be very easy. Otherwise, for the other guys, it'll be very, very difficult.
So I do see some 187 fans in the chat. Now, they are still in the lead. But it doesn't
they are way in the yes here.
So what's the point difference right now, currently, unofficially, of course?
So unofficially, 187 Black has 234 points. Officially, unofficially. Second place is Hacks with 179. In third place, OUTcast Alpha. That's 55 points. 55 points behind 187. OUTcast Alpha's in third with 162 points. They are 72 points behind our 187. Fourth place, Dream Killers, only 3 points behind OUTcast with 159 points, 75 points behind 187. And in fifth place is True Esports, 122 points with 112 points behind 187 Black. And as we focus in on teams, as Random's talking about them, I will also, if they are in the top 20, I'll let you know. Okay, this team's 17th place. This team is 15th place. If they are, as we run into them, and then we also have a tightening, cherry topper popper all frag list. It's getting tighter and tighter every single week, but still in first place after 11 events. Looks like a trick.
From the Woo
is having 88 points, 88 kills after 11 events.
Kills. Yeah.
Second place is Clown with 77 kills.
187 kills. Okay.
Yes. Third is Twist from True Esports with 64 kills. Tied with him in fourth, but with a lower KD. KM is Mystic from 187 Black with 64. Fifth, Mr. Zebra, I think named after a Tori Amos song. It has 60 kills with 187 Black. Sixth place, Marsh. I think he is on Dream Killers.
Almost a lot of guys. Very nice.
Number 7, Devour. With 57. Number 8, Junie with
Dream Killers. Right?
Dream Killers with 56. In ninth place, Real Deal with 49 points. Oh, and Ghost from Top Strikers with 47 on the top 10. But then we go down there, and the team that they have go down there to say, Cal has got 44. He's got 15 with 44. Is only two kills away from the top 10.
2 kills from the top 10, and we are referencing, guys, the top 10 fraggers throughout these 11 events, with the Woo Trick still in the lead after 11 events.
Yeah, exactly. And if you go to the OUTcast, I think it's outcastmedia.com. I think that's the website.
Yeah. You can go check out all those stats.
Up-to-date stats as of Mondays. We update the website once a week. But if you do tune in on Wednesday and Friday, you'll get a kind of an unofficial. It's not official, until Monday during the pregame show, but I will fill you guys in with a little sneak peek of all the scores and who's where and what's going on.
Yeah, so make sure you
And
guys
guess
join
what?
in for that.
Since the start of this pregame show, both of the teams that was just interviewed dropped out in the 30 seconds of that pregame show at the very end, right there, one right after the other. So now I'm gonna do a little scrambling, random for interviews for this event. I've never had that happen before, but both of
You're
them
mentioning for tonight?
Yeah, for
They're
tonight,
they're a little nervous. That's all it is, man. They got the beach
I guess
right now.
both
The
of them.
bubble
Both
guts.
under where both teams just dropped out right now, just now. So we'll have to see. We'll have to take that for what it's worth and move forward.
You could always interview C-Dub.
Yeah. Well, we got C-Dub in between 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have to reach out. I'm sure that someone's gonna hear this. One of these people will hear this and hit me up on Discord and say we'll jump in. And let's see, whoever does that, maybe we'll get them in here if we can. But
right.
without that, and you missed it last Friday, the Sandhawk match. Because we had so many people, that was one of the reasons. But with about 8 people left, everyone froze. Or not everyone, but half the players froze with like 8 people left.
Wow.
And so it got kicked out of the room. So we had to
sucks.
rerun it. So we ended up playing 5 matches on last Friday.
Ooh, that's tough. All right, so the zone's starting literally right over Stalbert, almost going directly down south, heading right over Yasnaya. Going to be passing by Shelter between Farm and Milta, and going to end on the opposite side of that huge mountain by Novo. Already seen a few teams dropping off, some familiar teams dropping off close to the north side. I do see Misfire and OUTcast Alpha, which normally OUTcast Alpha likes to go towards Zarky, but it is kind of a distance. I'm assuming they're going to be looking for vehicles. Might be some action there with them. They're forgotten inside of Severny. We got Team 8. Let me pull up my cheat sheet just so I don't mispronounce anyone's name. True Esports inside of Yasnaya. Team 23, Phase 1. Actually jumped towards Mansion with 187 right now. So let's actually check that out. We might be able to get some early action. In the meantime, let's go see where the rest of them went. Mena 4 Bravo heading towards Lipovka, inside Lipovka. Team 18, Blunt Trauma Esports has Melta to themselves. Dream Killers have Nova to themselves. We have Team 3. Wait, is that 3? Yeah. OUTcast Charlie with Team Infamous inside of Military. Should see some action there. Whoa, what's all this right here? Let's go check that out with Team 25 and 24. Chris has already been knocked. Here comes Dabs from Misfire. About to fist him to death. Down he goes. They must have landed next to each other. Fish needs to be very careful. He does have 3 members of Team Broham, and they are definitely mad that their buddy just got fisted. Down goes Fish, getting knocked, about to get thirsted as the rest of Misfire heads towards Team 20. Shira's a lot of early action, surprisingly. I'm a little delighted to see. Also have some action going down inside of Military Base. It looks like Infamous has been wiped. Already having a team wiped this early. Not even the first 3 minutes of the round, already losing a whole squad. Very.
We've talked so often about how dangerous this early morning, this early match. It's the RNG aspect of it, where you drop next to another team. I think that's what happened to the guy Fish from Misfire, and to the entire this team. You just drop right on top of another team, and then you're dead. There's nothing you can do. You're just dead.
And speaking about Misfire, they are getting knocked right now. I do see Kolda from Phase 1 taking shots at a member from 187 Black Mystic. There are 3 members of 187 Black here right next to Kolda, so he needs to be very, very careful. Currently dealing with the top team of these of the HyperX Scrim Season 1 that we got going on right now, and he is getting a little bit of backup. Kolda has been knocked. Mystic knocked along as well. So, and I see Naive way out there is probably going to bleed out.
This is something that happens to 187 Black so often, Random. They split squad, they split jump. Sometimes they jump completely separate, and 187 Black, they'll be just as aggressive when they jump by themselves. They get knocked, and there's
and down goes I remember, and down goes Phase 1, second squad to be wiped early on. Actually, no, never mind. There's like 3 squads that have been wiped already. Team 24, Dembassy, somewhere in all that chaos, they got taken out as well. Wow, I didn't even notice that in the kill feed with so much going on over here. And just like that, it's all quiet now. So we had 3 teams dropped within the first 5 minutes of gameplay right now. That was pretty crazy. Let's take a look at the zone. So the zone, it's looking like it's gonna be a military base zone. It could shift. It could hard shift to the north always, but the likelihood of it doing that right now, any teams that are inside of military base island, definitely worth staying in there for right now. Let's go take a look at Ghost Melee Elite Team 15. I do see Team 21, 404 Era, one of those newer teams that Pickford was talking about, right here.
So I'm a team right now. I'm getting down in military right now because it's gonna be very hard with both those bridges in the zone.
Yeah.
Both those bridges we can't. I'm getting a boat. I might take a nice long trip down to the southern part of Military Island.
That would be
just to be safe.
Yeah, right now, nobody Primorse, nobody Ferry Pier. You can definitely grab a boat and just head.
Yes,
obviously, these teams don't see what
down.
we see, but still, definitely try. If you want to bank on it ending inside the actual island, now would be the time once you loot. Because once the zone
especially
closes,
with both bridges on in the blue or in the zone, you know there's gonna be teams on both sides camping out.
I mean, because look at right now, we have 3 teams that are right now currently inside military base. There's 21 teams. That's 18 teams that if they don't, none of those teams decide to go to the island after the first zone, there's gonna be 18 teams in that little bit of space that's left in the north part of the zone. That's gonna be very packed. There's not gonna be a whole lot of spaces left. I'm assuming we're gonna probably see a lot of carnage on the bridge, particularly this bridge. I'm thinking a lot of people are gonna hit this bridge. We already have Blunt Trauma Esports.
They're already like clumping up right there already.
We have 10 HP kind of taking the other bridge. Hopefully they've had time to loot.
What 10 HP's been doing is they've been dropping military, and they don't go to the main military base or to Nova. They go they drive around the entire base, go to all the little compounds all around military base. That's their new drop plan.
All right, so we have Dabs and Jinjin currently trying to escape Hashira's Team 20, which I believe is an entire squad still. No, the 3-man squad. Hopefully they've had time to loot.
Because Dabs is the one who killed their teammate and punched him out.
And he's the one still alive. Yeah, so they're definitely...
Team 14, Jinjin Stinchin.
Let's go check out Team 9, Dream Killers. Heading towards the opposite bridge. I will call this Ferry Pier Bridge. The other one's Novo Bridge. I don't know if they have official names. East Bridge, West Bridge. Metaphor currently crossing. Bridge, yeah. We do have Blunt Trauma Esports, but they're able to easily just avoid any of that. It looks like Blunt Trauma Esports has just got there. Hasn't had any time to set up. But as you commonly have seen, it's usually never the first car that goes through. It's always usually the second or third one that gets shot up. But for teammate 12, Men of 4 Bravo, they've been able to successfully escape there. And in speaking about Men of 4, we have the opposite Men of 4 team, Men of 4, shall we call this the Alpha team, getting knocked right now. FP knocked by, I think it was Artemis. And unfortunately, they just they had to make the hard choice, which was the right one, to just go ahead and don't want to fight open on that bridge right there. Yeah, so Men of 4 Alpha, the main squad, definitely losing FP early in this round. It's a sad thing to see.
The Men of 4, the main team is currently 6th place in the overall power ranking. So a team high in the rankings, losing a player early. But like I said, that's what's kind of good about this Friday night is you have four matches, so it kind of gives you a little bit of extra leeway to have small errors and not have your night ruined.
All right, so OUTcast Bravo has got a flare. Yeah, I'm already starting to notice. I mean, if you can see this, all these teams are gonna soon. There's not going to be a whole lot of space left. This coastline's going to start getting hugged. Team 21, 404, Just drove by Team 14, JJTC. I think that's a new team I haven't seen.
Stinchen.
Oh, I'm looking for Misfire. Okay, never mind. All right, there you go. I can't say that. I swear that's like a tongue twister for me. Sorry.
JJTC, Team 14.
Oh, we have game Ghost Melee Elite right now, currently crashing towards 0 from Team 10. Anti-Sweat. And unfortunately, he is by himself. 0 currently facing off against an entire Ghost Melee Elite. I do see some backup on the hill, but doesn't matter. Wow, gets bodied by Stanky. Thirsted as well. Stanky very nearly knocked. Doesn't matter. Let's see what Stella's going to do. Now, Stella can kind of mess with these guys a little bit. Potentially maybe even get a knock and a thirst and just leave from here.
The Anti-Sweat, that is the B team or the fun team for Dream Killers. They come in here and both, but they came in here specifically just to cause hate and discontent. Do nothing but go after the best teams and knock them out, as says the dad of this Anti-Sweat team.
Sorry guys, this kill feed right there, I moved it there because it kept interfering when I was playing, so that's why I have the kill feed up in the center. My bad. I gotta do what's best for me when I'm actually playing, and I forgot to move. I didn't think that'd be an issue. We have the Wu Jonica right next to 187. Now 187 Black currently the top team. I know Mystic has jumped out, taking shots at Trick.
Wow, look at this. This is because you have what the team 20.
Trick has been knocked by Mystic. Jonica kind of a distance away, could potentially come back and revive, but driving straight down this road with Mystic shooting probably not going to be the a good thing for Jonica to attempt, especially with 187 moving in towards Trick to get that thirst, and they definitely know that there's another member of the Wu over here. Now, I'm not sure where the rest of the remaining members of the Wu are, or are these guys just by them? It's just them two.
I tell you, the Wu is currently in 6th place, and they could. If
we have a bridge camp right now going on. Oh wow! Okay, look at down goes Blade. They tend to miss the third one. I noticed too. Down goes Gizmo, and Cal just jumps. That's the only thing Cal could do.
Yeah.
That was a smart thing. Bug on the opposite side, but half their members just got wiped. Team 8, True Esports bridge camping, and it looks like Cash kind of went in to the water, and two, I'm not sure what happened with Cash. Maybe accidentally fell. Who knows? Let's check the other bridge. Look at the zone shift. Wow, a good chunk of the water in zone still. This is like, I would say like close to like 50-55%.
This is a good time to have a boat right now and just go out through that water and camp.
Right, just camp the very edge of the water all the way down to the southeast. Easy 5th place
I would
finish.
I would really go down to Primorsk if I was like Misfire's over there. So it's Ghost Melee, Dream Killers. Just push down to Primorsk to see if you can find yourself a boat and just go out there and you can pretty much go to as far as you go. It's off the circle's off the entire map, so you can go anywhere you want off there, and no one will be able to see
Jay
you.
White knocked. Looks like Beanie BB, the only one left for OUTcast Bravo. Not sure if he was trying to get the thirst or accidentally shot the wrong person. He is hurt.
It looks like OUTcast Alpha heard me
And
out there
down
in the blue
goes
pushing in with a boat. So it looks like someone heard me and they decided to take that boat in a wide blue rotation.
Yeah, that is they're way outside of zone, and unfortunately for OUTcast Bravo, they have just been taken out. I do see some action going down with 187. Mr. 13. I'll just call him Mr. 13.
That's just Ginger.
Okay.
That's Ginger. Change his name.
Ginger will, for streaming purposes, has been thirsted along with Break. So already 187 losing half their crew with 20 teams still in there. 19 other teams still in here. They're about to attempt the bridge crossing. Luckily for them, no one's waiting on this. Look at this craziness on the water right now. All these teams are gonna have to start swimming or on a boat.
Wow.
Outcast Alpha just barely getting on the boat. Jonica, who had to escape 187, forced to swim over there 1 whole minute to swim roughly about 700 meters and then run for another about one and a half 1,000 meters or so, somewhere around there. So it's gonna long ways to go.
But it was like misfire and
yeah, I just seen that Stella knocked by Vulcan.
Trying to get who has control of that last boat.
I see it. Mainland. I see it. Yeah, they don't want no one to take that boat. That's their boat. Team 10 had been down there though.
It's anti-sweat. The anti-sweat team.
And unfortunately, Stella paid the price being out there on the beach. Unknown and Fredo, the only ones left for anti-sweat. Misfire definitely wanting to take that boat.
Because if I know Artemis, he's gonna want to go out in that water. He loves using the boat. Let's tempt fate. But and this fight could take a while.
I mean, I could.
They're gonna have this zone, so it's gonna. Be
Unknown did just take. There is another boat there. They just took that boat.
Oh,
yeah.
That'd be Unknown just.
And there's another. Yeah, so he's already gone.
Oh.
Down goes Fat Boy. Fat Boy has been knocked and thirsted. I think maybe Fat Boy saw the boat taking off and potentially thought Fredo had left. Yeah. That's what it looked like, because Fat Boy looked like he was traveling towards the boat, thinking the other boat left, thinking both teammates left. Unfortunately, that was not the case.
If Fredo had 200 IQ, he would go over and just go blow up that other boat.
Yeah, because I thought there was another boat, but that's actually a crashed UAZ on the southern part.
If you look right on the shore, right here, there's still a boat right there.
Yeah.
His teammate's the other one. So if Fredo was like, you know what, I'm gonna be
toxic.
Toxic, just blow up that boat.
And just start swimming and have your partner. Nah, just have your partner come back.
Because if you look, he's gonna push back because there is this little.
Oh
man! If Fredo had blown up that boat and then pushed back to jump into that jet ski right there, I don't know if he sees it.
Wow, Emperor very nearly blown up. We have some action going down at the southernmost part between Blunt Trauma Esports and Broham. Very nearly blown up out of that vehicle. Unfortunately for Broham, there's not a way to get up anywhere near this coastline. And with Blunt Trauma Esports guarding this coastline, they're going to have to travel towards the east if they even want to try to get up into the zone. Fortunately for them, they got zoned.
Way in the south. We're like almost off the map.
Way
on the south.
Just chilling.
And look at they jumped out of their boat. They're all just floating behind their boat.
That's an OP strat, man.
So if you scope in on them, all you'll see is empty boat. So, but how long? But it's really gonna depend on how long Blunt Trauma is going to camp that hill, because they know that there's teams out there coming around. That's the only way to get up is through this little edge south of military base, at the very south of the island. So if they wait there long enough, teams will have to go there. They have to either have to go up there where THP is, or down where Blunt Trauma. It's the only way to get onto the island, unless you go all the way.
Oh no! Down goes Empress. Polly very nearly knocked. Zone shifts. Look at that. It had all that water, but decides to end inland. Unfortunately for Outcast Alpha, that means they have to move in. And Fredo just got knocked and thirsted by Artemis. Down goes Polly. Down goes Team Hashida's taken out by, what was it, Team 17.
There are so many, 19 teams. We've already played for 18 minutes. We still have to lose 3 more teams, Random, before anybody gets more than 1 point for placement. That's how many teams we still have to lose. So it is still a lot of work. And all these guys have done all this work, all this killing, and they're still going to get 1 placement point so far.
It looks like Outcast Charlie has not had any luck finding vehicles. They are all currently on foot.
Yeah,
they got a minute and a half.
They've come in too late
to get about 1,000 meters before he's even in zone. Dabs just kind of. Oh, never mind. I thought he was gonna. Yeah, I thought he was gonna go in there. We'll see, because I'm not sure if he's seeing Outcast Charlie out there, but he can definitely get some extra kills for his team. Oh no, we got Misfire now. Currently, unfortunately, stuck out in the open in the water with 10 HP, messing with them. If they keep, 10 HP is gonna be able to keep them for quite a bit. Oh, wait. 10 HP currently being messed with by Unknown. Goldie's about to get down. Goes Goldie. Yeah, this is going to be their opportunity. to be able to kind of swim away.
Is gonna have to buy breakfast for that that Dream Killer team, thanking them for giving them the opportunity to sneak away undestroyed.
I can't, guys. I can't move the kill feed until until the game's done. I can't mess with none of those options right now. Promise I'll move it.
Outcast Alpha has chosen not to use their vehicle or their boat, but to swim in, along with about 5 other teams doing the same thing right now. Especially if you see like Bug, Dabs coming up from the North Island. But look at all the teams. We have like 5 or 6 teams in the water, and another probably 4 teams camping the water. So it's a very unique situation in this with Third Circle.
All right, so we have.
And look at BTE esports. just waiting.
Yeah, they're just waiting. They know there's people down there. They do. And we have who is this? True Esports pushing towards Dream Killers right now, trying to take this compound. Almost, it's actually a good compound to take if you can take it.
Goyo is about to make a huge mistake. He's so focused in front of him. He's not keeping his eye behind him. He's gonna allow Outcast Alpha to come up right behind him. Oh no! Oh, I think he's him.
There goes a nade. Marsh with that nade gets no, it wasn't Marsh. It was Elia gets the nade on bullet. And here comes another nade. Malik has been knocked by Junie. Down goes Elia.
Goyo is shooting at a boat that nobody's in.
Gets the knock on Cash. He sees a boat out there and he just starts to shoot, man. Twists with the Z's, the only one up.
While they swim right by him, right underneath him. If he would just, like, look down and listen, he could probably hear them swimming and be able to do something about it. But he does it, and looks like Outcast Alpha is going to maybe make it right up the arc.
Down goes Twists. And here comes the rest of Dream Killers. Unfortunately for True Esports, down goes True Esports. It's a good position to take. Let's go check out how sneaky Outcast Alpha can be and sneak up on this team. So I do hear Dabs driving, trying to take this.
Driving like a lunatic.
Dude, he is like so almost dead. Dude, no. Oh, he's so lucky. He is so lucky he didn't hit the land right there.
Oh,
wow. But, I mean, he's right behind. Look at C-Dub sees him. C-Dub sees him.
If he would just turn around and shoot, if he just stays right there, they are right on top of each other. That
was pure luck right there. It was just meant to be. The PUBG Mobile gods decided he shall live.
The problem is Outcast has to take care of Dabs to get onto the shore. And if they shoot Dabs, that's obviously let everybody know that there's people down there and call attention to him. So they have to. If I know that Brownie sometimes carries a VSS, and he does have a VSS, you've got to kind of use that weapon to get Dabs, who's now down there, out of there, because Dabs is not going to move until he has to, because he's trying to go for placement.
We have a member from Team 18 Bluntrama Esports, Ire. Right? Oh, what do you do? What the heck? He sees what the heck. You got to be careful. What the heck? Wow.
He's shooting at somebody. The guy in the going far out, Ghost.
Oh no, he sees C-Dub. He took shots at C-Dub, did not actually connect anything. He just kind of gave away his position right there. Waterhead can actually kind of swim up and just kill them. Do it.
Oh man, this is so like
they're fighting over the water. Let's go to Teenage B. Down goes Team 11. Who are you more stressed out for more, Stabs or Outcast Alpha?
I don't know, but both. I mean, both. It's like, oh my god, it's like because they can't. Because Outcast Alpha's stuck, and now they have the guy from 18 behind them from Blown Trauma, trying to take shots at him. And they have
down goes Dabs. As we're talking, I was about to go check up on Dabs too, and damn it, down goes Dabs.
Now Outcast down, but now who heard that? And are they going to come around this corner looking to cut him off from coming up?
Look at what the heck, searching for Ire. He sees him. No, I see him. I don't know if no, Waterheck does not see him. I see him through the water though, just vaguely, and not because of the name neither. Down goes Gold. And Thirsted.
Oh, these guys,
there you go. A little vengeance.
It's been so thirsty Nobody survives knocks in these.
They want to be in that cherry. Yeah, they want to be in that list, man.
Cherry top of it,
yeah.
on the list, and it is. I say as this season gets deeper and deeper, random, it gets more salty, more sweaty every single match, and I love
Top
it.
strikers
I love it.
moving
More
in.
salty, more sweaty. I love it.
And OUTcast Charlie did make it through that bridge, and they are fine. Misfires and take tons of damage running through the zone. Luckily, there's not really nobody in their way of getting into zone. Goyo, for some reason, ended up in the water, and down goes Goyo, taken out by What a Heck. But What a Heck is he's in a bit of a bind. Outside zone. This zone is the 5th zone. This zone does a lot of damage.
It does.
It does. Still have to partially
you gotta
swim.
get in there.
6 first aids potentially could get in there. Should be able to. We'll see. Jonica just barely gets into the zone. Jonica actually the only surviving member from the Woo. They only had a duos, and at least in zone, somehow able to get to 12th place out of everything they had. Jonica had to go through. Let's go check out Misfire. Artemis barely just getting in. Bliss has been knocked by Bug. I believe Bug and Cal, the only surviving members from the Forgotten, one of the earlier teams to try to cross the bridge, and unfortunately paid with their half their members' lives with it. Bliss has been thirsted by Vulcan. Vulcan has been knocked by Prod from 10 HP.
I'll tell you, this is the hardest part of this entire match. This part of the match going from 15th to about 9th, because the circle gets so tight. There's so many people left, and you can't control all the angles.
Bug with the third party takes out Artemis as he was about to
That's a prime example right there.
revive.
It's so hard to keep all your angles down. There's so many teams in such a small amount of area. Going from 15th down to 9th is so hard. It's be so difficult for all the teams.
What a Heck did make it in zone, by the way, if any of you guys were curious on his progress. And it looks like 404 Error they're right next to Jonica. I wonder if they even notice. They do see the Bug over there, but they're definitely not paying no mind to over there.
In this zone, if they push away from the plains of multibase, kind of in a completely open area. So
go check out. Go look at C-Dub real quick.
Hold on. We're in the...
So they're within nade distance right now if they wanted to.
Goodness.
We know C-Dub with those nades.
Oh my goodness, he's like so like how does he not?
Oh, down goes Karma, and down goes C-Dub. Brownie has been knocked. Thirsted.
They should all fight at the same time, really. C-Dub, Brownie, all get online.
They mustn't have any nades. Something tells me that we can ask C-Dub when we talk to him, but that was like a perfectly cooked nade right there. Would have knocked 2 of them guaranteed.
Or what I would have done is just
10 HP has been wiped.
Call up, get online. Each guy calls out a guy, and they all shoot at the same time.
All right, so we're down to just 8 teams, 18 players left alive.
And put it this way, I did the stopwatch. 2.5 minutes ago, we had 16 teams. And now we have 8 teams in 2.5 minutes. So it took us 25 minutes to get down to 15 teams. And after that, 2.5 minutes to get down to 8. That's how deadly that fifth to 6th
Down
zone
goes
is.
Bug to the play zone. Jonica giving a little trouble to 404 Error. Jonica and 404 Error both gonna have to drive into zone. Luckily for Jonica, nobody's actually messed with the buggy, so see if Jonica can get in there. Gonna have to drive towards Mystic. Both back tires are popped. Spins out, jumps. Let's see if they can get in zone. At least got a little closer into zone. A lot closer than what Team 404 Error is. They have no vehicles. They do have bullet.
I know that perfect little park job they did. Where would they land when they got there? Oh, Martian Sergeant. Everyone from GK is still up. That's so important in this last zone to have all your members up. Give you every single opportunity to be successful.
Hax still has every single member up. Although Hax has been a little bit more quiet. Only 1 kill so far for Team Hax. And Dream Killers right now currently with 7 kills.
Devour smoked by a Mystic.
Down goes Devour. Rage has been knocked Ghost about to go down to the zone. Down goes. No, not even. Looks like Hacks gets an extra kill right there. Let's go check out Team 21. 404 Arrow. They're going to go down to the zone. No, it gets taken out by Dream Killers. 4 teams left. 11 players left alive.
Mystic getting eaten alive by grenades right now by Hacks.
And down goes Mystic. Down goes 187, coming in 4th place. We're down to just 3 teams, 10 players left alive. Luis has been knocked. Should be able to get revived. They got a minute and 10 seconds to move. Dream Killers still full squad.
This Dream Killers is a top team. Sarge, he's in 13th place. Junie, 8th place. Marsh, 6th place. 3 players in the top 15 on the kill list, all on the same team. That's where they're here at the end.
And Mommy iOS for Team Hacks has been knocked. Luis getting the revive. Let's go check out Team 4, Mena 4, Bravo. Almond, Dark J, and Snyder still up for their team. 1 kill only for them. They are slightly out of zone, I think.
This is Mena 4 Bravo team coming on strong. They're currently in 12th place, but very close to the top 10. Then we could have 2 teams. Mena 4 Bravo is in 11th. Mena 4 is in 11th or in 8th, and Mena 4 Bravo was right there too. So we have 2 teams in the top 10 after tonight.
Down goes Dark J. Mena 4 Bravo left with just 2 players. Down goes Marsh by Alma Mont as they walk right by Alma Mont, taken out by Junie. Down goes Mena 4 Bravo. Dream Killers now
and
left
they
just 3.
left Sarge over there in England. Hacks at work, though he did get knocked. He wasn't able to knock Luis from Hacks. I think he's gonna get picked up. So it's gonna be now Peachy and Mommy.
Oh no!
Peachy is knocked.
Peachy knocked Mommy iOS, the only one up. Get away from that. Oh, and down he goes. I was about to say, get away from that US. What a way to end the match. Dream Killers coming in 1st place.
No, that was 13 kills.
13 kills. Hacks coming in 2nd with 6 kills. And Mena 4 Bravo coming in 3rd with 1 kill.
What a unique and fun first match to kick off Friday. We saw a little bit of everything, a lot of unique stuff. What a great match. But I think, Random, we've seen a lot of what I've noticed when we're playing Erangel first is that you get a lot of weird endings. You know, you'll have a team that maybe you see a lot of teams like Woo with only 2 players making it to 7th. You have Top Strikers with only 2 players making up to 6th. A team we haven't seen before like 404 up to 5th place, and we don't see OUTcast Alpha. We don't see in Mena 187 all the way in 4th. As we transition into Miramar, I consider Miramar the great equalizer. And then match after match, we see the best teams do well in Miramar. It's not really a map where you can... Blind luck doesn't help you. It's mostly skill, less luck. Where Erangel, more of it, I'd say in Sandhawk, but a lot in Erangel. A team can get lucky, get a couple good circles, get a good compound, and just hang out and get some kills and get in the top 4 or 5 position. A lot harder in Miramar, based on the size of the map and just the difficulty of maneuvering in that terrain. So I know that, so we don't forget, I think we have to play our first message from our sponsors, the wonderful HyperX.
Yes, let's go ahead and play those now. Sorry, I was Brownie was asking me something, so I was trying to solve that. Let's
because Brownie will yell at me or yell it up. Play the commercial.
And here we go. All right, there we go. Let me do that. Let me move the. I've been using that charge play clutch a lot more lately, and I'm liking it. Especially
Yeah.
if I'm
Excuse me.
watching a movie or something. A lot of times, often I'm holding the phone, and it gets kind of annoying holding like that. But just holding another control is like so natural for me. So very nice. Very nice.
Since random, since I was gaffed off tonight, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to you. Let's find out. Let's figure out where random came from. So you've been in this game for a minute, right? You've been in. When did you start? When did you get the streaming bug? The
Well,
casting bug. What do you want to call it?
casting street. Well, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, just get online, play video games online. When did that first kind of dawn on you that this is something you can do?
Well, I was streaming way before I started streaming PUBG Mobile, but then I was a big fan of PUBG PC back when it was still in the beta phase and stuff like that. And then I found out it was coming on mobile like a week or two before it came out globally. So as soon as it came out, I was playing it, and then I found out I can stream it from my device without having a fancy PC. And I said, screw it, I'll give it a shot. And well, from there, just kind of built up on its own, and started from streaming directly from my my Samsung S9 Plus to now streaming from a nice little fancy PC. So
I mean, yes. I mean, I've obviously been a follower, fan, friend of yours for going back quite a ways, and I tell you, it's been when you're a pioneer into something, I think it's always a little bit harder than the guys that come after you, and you're one of the first people that I can remember that, along you with a couple other people that were the first ones that really focused specifically on PUBG Mobile. That's what you're gonna play, and that was your old gimmick. I know that a lot of guys came from, say, other mobile games like Clash of Clans or something like that, and then transitioned into PUBG Mobile. But not only did you come into PUBG Mobile, you also pretty much were like pioneering brand new casting apps multiple times, like bringing apps that weren't even around, and pretty much helping them grow from nothing to something multiple times. And that must have been very, very hard. It's one thing to go on to Twitch, sit there and just stream 12 hours a day, hopefully to get some viewers. But you actually went out, reached out to a lot of the other streaming apps, tried to work with them. Sometimes it worked well, sometimes it did not work well. But like I say,
it's all a learning experience, man. It's all a learning experience.
The only reason I downloaded Omelet, Nemo, and Medcat/Trovo was to watch Random. So, and I always think that it's a lot harder to go to the store, even if it's free. Go to the store, download the app, put in all your information, then find you. That is, if I'm just on Trovo and I just run across, like, oh, who's this guy? And I liked him. So, and I think that a lot of people you don't get. I think people who do that deserve a little bit more credit than guys who just kind of have people that are on the they're just on the app and then they just show up and you just randomly find them, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, man.
I know a lot of people. Because you do have a very, very, I think, loyal.
That's the good thing.
Viewership.
I've had viewerships that were willing to follow me through my great journey. So, and they're still following me, and I'm still going through that journey. So, I'm like,
how long were you in it before? So when I tune into your stream, I guess I wouldn't say. I guess I would say I'm a regular, because when I jump in, there's automatically 5 or 6 people like, "What's up, Pick? What's up? What's going on?" How long did it kind of take when you streamed before it went from just like a bunch of just random people showing up asking for free UC, where you really felt like, "Holy, I got something here. I got momentum. I've got something special here."
I don't know. I want to say from when I started streaming on Omelet, maybe like 4 or 5 months, I started noticing some of the same people joining for the customs and stuff like that. So yeah, probably around there, I started noticing a lot of the same people. And just like on Trovo too. So Trovo's a new app. I actually met a good chunk of my current viewers on Trovo just strictly from Trovo. They would have never heard of me on YouTube or on Twitch if it wasn't for Trovo. And same thing with other apps too. So that's what I love about Trovo, is I can multi-stream to different platforms.
Yeah.
They don't restrict me to just stream on theirs. So that's always a cool thing. being able to multi-stream.
I think what the like what I've seen as a viewer watching you is that just the amount of hours you're doing. It's like if you can have a bad day at work or at school or whatever, and then you just kind of like it's like you can just like hang out with your buddies, if that makes sense. You just turn on random. You get in the matches with them.
Dude, sometimes I feel guilty because they'll tell me that they're at school watching me, and I'm I kind of don't do that. Pay attention to what you're doing.
Exactly.
I don't want to get in trouble here, and get banned because you're watching my stream for some reason or another. I do have the scores for the first round, so we can go ahead and pop those up. We shouldn't have too much of a surprise seeing how the first rounds. We pretty much see how it gets done from their current placement, unless a team has like breakout amount of kills. But currently, right now, we have Dream Killers in first place, coming in with 13 kills. Hacks coming in second place with 6 kills. 187 Black coming in third with 8 kills. Metaphor Bravo coming in fourth, 1 kill, 20 points. And 404 Error coming in at 5th place with 18 points to top out the top 5. And there you can see the remaining one team I'm not used to seeing down there was OUTcast Alpha down there.
Yes.
At 10th.
They've been high and low random recently. They've been being very successful and failing almost at the same rate. They have been able to score enough points to stay up there in the top 5. But an example is on Wednesday they were at 9th place. Last Friday they came in second last Friday, and then on Monday they came in second. And I think last Friday or last Wednesday they came in dead last, 22nd place. So they've had some ups and downs recently, but they've been doing just enough to stay up. But now Dream Killers and the rest of the team are right on their tail. It's also allowing 187 Black and Hacks to kind of separate themselves from the rest of the lobby. They push themselves out a little bit.
And these are the rest of the scores, guys. Remember, these are unofficial, so just so that you know, that's why it says unofficial in the bottom corner, right there.
And one thing I truly like is on your stream is like I'll give you an example. You like to do a lot of custom streams, a lot of custom matches where there's unique rules. Only using melee, only using this that. But due to the new update, it's very difficult to get those rooms to comply to what you want. Not having weapons, so you have to kind of trust the honor. You trust the honor, and I'll tell you what, it's like a comedy routine that you sit there and you're like, I know this is gonna not work. I know someone's gonna cheat. I know they're not gonna win. You set it up, and you get in there, and it goes for a few minutes, and then somebody cheats, and you're just like,
I don't know. I feel like what's worse.
You keep trying every time.
What's worse is when nice. You're doing arcade matches. Arcade matches typically last I don't know the official time. I never kept time of it, but like 10, 12 minutes, right? The arcade matches. What's worse is you go through the whole damn match, and then the last 2 minutes of the match, that's when somebody decides to cheat. That's the worst part.
Here's a prime example of just today. I'm watching it. Random spends a good 5 to 7 minutes explaining to people it's only melee weapons and smokes and flashbangs. That is it. Put it in the rules. Made it the password set 4 times. They jump in, and maybe 30 seconds into the match, somebody throws a grenade and kills you.
Yeah.
It blows you with a grenade. So
I was like,
I laughed.
To happen.
I
I had him hunted. He was hunted. Yeah, I told somebody to pick up a gun and go hunt him. So at least justice was served. Okay, it was served.
And I tell you what, on that scene, that there is a strong sense of a moral compass on that stream, especially for toxic behavior. I know that Random, his wife watches it. I know at least one of your sons watches it, and you know there's a lot of young guys or girls that are watching the stream.
Yeah.
You have no stomach for toxicity, and that's what you want to see.
I'm slightly toxic
very
myself,
rarely
so.
gets Random very rarely gets mad, but you go in there, you disrespect him, any of his staff, lady. God forbid you disrespect his wife, but anybody else, he has no tolerance for that, and he just stands up for make sure no one comes in and it's like a bully or toxic like that. So I think that's really
I tried to,
of you.
unfortunately. I wish I could keep the odd chat on and talk to people while I'm in the game, you know, but there'd always be that one person that just starts spewing all kinds of crap.
I guess my tear would be I'd put Random's wife is number 1. This is the most person I'm most afraid of. Then Lady right below her, and then a huge gap. Then maybe you and Oscar and those guys. Well, I would mess with either Lady or Random's wife. They're the bosses of the stream.
She even has her own command too, my wife. Her word is final. All right, guys. So FPP Miramar coming up next.
You better not. You better make sure that you always invite her in the room, or she'll even give it to Random.
Yeah, sleep on the couch.
So I'll tell you what. If us is talking about right here, it's not a big enough advertisement. Show up tomorrow, 1:00 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, on Random. Was it RANDOMX 85?
Yeah, across all my platforms.
And just go there, just tune in. I guarantee you spend 30 minutes there just watching, hanging out. You'll be hooked.
Hopefully you don't join in when I'm raging at someone and be like, I don't want to watch this guy.
Well, you'll know why.
You'll know why soon afterwards, yeah.
Even when you're doing, you're like, come on, man.
I'll spend 10 minutes.
Nice.
I'll spend 10 minutes like describing the rules, and then someone I know that was in my chat talking the whole time, understanding the rules, they're the ones that mess it up. I get understandingly upset about it, you know.
and you're also very good at like.
It's a nice flight path.
Somebody that's good. Oh, yeah, that's a perfect flight path. Wow.
Yeah, very nice flight path.
I'll tell you what, this is a nice time to jump up to Campo Militar or Tor. Here's the words.
Yeah, we got Ruins. I was expecting someone to go to Ruins. It looks like we're gonna have Outcast Bravo heading there, along with Outcast Charlie kind of tagging along down there. I know Outcast Alpha likes to drop at La Correria, and it does look like they're going to still drop there, but it is going to be contested now with True Esports potentially.
That's a tough
Metaphor
battle.
Bravo looks like they're just going to go by. I don't know. It looks like I want to say True Esports just going to keep on floating by. Yeah, it doesn't look like they want to challenge Outcast. They should know. They've been playing these long enough. They should know that's where Outcast Alpha drops. Why take an early fight? Look at this. We have 187 Broham heading towards Monte Nuevo. Looks like they want to maybe potentially find a vehicle. We might see someone get run over here. We do have 3 teams. Misfire. Well, actually, just Fatboy from Misfire, but still 4 teams in fact. Team 24. Damn it. Let me get I missed my team sheet. Dembacy, we have Infamous, the Forgotten inside of San Martin.
So close.
Picado, we have 2 teams inside of Picado. The Woo.
I tell you what, and the Jinjin Stinchins, I always say push up to El Zahar. It's one of my favorite places.
And that's where they're going. Yeah, and they're heading along with Anti-Sweat.
Congratulations to everybody. No one went to Chumacera, the biggest crap hole on this map. Don't ever go there. You'll die. Stay away from it.
It's funny because if Spray and Pray was in here, that's where they like to drop a lot. Is Chumacera or Monte? It depends on the flight path.
I always have to say it. I was gonna say it. I hate that place.
Don't ever go there. That sounds like some good advice coming in from Pickfor. All right, so we do have Team 23 and 13, Face 1 and 10 HP. I know Face 1, they went down pretty early the first round. Let's see if they can get a little bit of redemption. I hear some Winchesters already being shot by both sides of the squad, taking this crater at La Bendita. We have Team Hacks currently second place finishers after the first round inside Los Leones. We do have 2 teams inside of Puerto Payaso. We have Metaphor, what we'll call the Alpha team, and just the only 2 members of Top Strikers right now. It looks like they're down. I don't remember. I don't recall if they had the full squad.
They've only come in with 2 players both match. The first match also.
Oh, okay. So then they're just playing already. Down half their squad, unfortunately. And unfortunately, like the first match was just action packed. Not so much for this one. Miramar, a much bigger map. Even though there's actually, I think, a little bit more people in this match. There's 92 players in here. No one has died yet.
I think it's a flame path.
Yeah, it was a nice, good flame path. Yeah.
Stretch their legs.
Because I mean, look at, if you just zoom out the map, look at almost the map's pretty much filled almost equally. There's a little bit of favoritism over here between San Martin and Picado, but other than that, I mean, a lot of the teams kind of distributed nice and evenly. So we still have yet to see a death so far in the first 3 minutes. In the first 3 minutes of the last round, we had 3 teams die.
I think what's going to happen is teams are going to get players aren't going to see anybody, and they're going to rotate too far away from their team and run into 2 or 3 players from another team, not know they're there, and just get wiped out before they know what would even hit them. Usually it happens a lot. In this kind of map, they're going to getting a knock right there. Is that you got to be careful, even when you don't think anyone's around. Where is your teammates and where are you at?
So Cool Arrow has been knocked by the Forgotten inside of San Martin. There is another team in here, so he does got to be a little bit careful pushing, because not only does he have to worry about Team 22, but also Team 24 that's across the way. Definitely hearing those shots. And Kaboom also has to be careful as he heads towards 10 HP. Goldie getting a knock. And it looks like a thirst inside of La Bendita against Team 23. Phase 1 with the S.
I'm not a big fan of looting down there in that.
This is, I mean, like if this was just a one, if this was like a one person, one team went down there, yeah. But I don't like this for what you're saying right now too. You're pretty much surrounded on all sides by a mountain, and it kind of sucks. I
mean, and all the loot is wide open, exposed. So there's almost, because the buildings, how they're kind of all broken, that there's no real good cover. You get caught out there, and you're gonna get. Eventually, they're just gonna spread out.
I just noticed. I hardly ever get to check this place out. Oh, never mind. It looks like I'm not gonna be able to check this place out either way. I just noticed Menafort went to that little water oasis part. Someone was not trying to figure out who it was.
We had 3 teams drop there, and a brawl right off the bat in Oasis. It was crazy.
Dead says DK owns the Chuma, the poop hole.
They own the Chuma. They are there. They're the only one there. I'll tell you what. That's what happens. If you drop Chuma, you run into like dream killers, and they're on the top, and I'm on the bottom, like by the road. They just spraying me down from like 200 meters away from a higher ground, just murdering me. So I stay away from there.
So Demon, the only one left for Team Infamous. We'll just go ahead and just call him Demon for the sake of the stream. Madman, my buddy Larry, knocked and thirsted by 187. Rubber ducking them. They're gonna have to give up that cool looking Murado, unfortunately. In exchange for this one, very nearly taken out by 187.
If you run into 187, it's probably in your best interest to get the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah, definitely don't want to deal with that. It's not worth it. There still has yet to be one team to get wiped. We still have.
Yeah, we're 7 minutes in, and we still get.
Infamous is dangerously close to that. Down goes Real Deal.
To get the placement points. It's so much work. 20-25 minutes of gameplay at your highest level, and you might get knocked down.
God has been knocked, trying to get some thirst, and he gets one thirst. Very nearly gets the knock on BBC. Where is Ghost? He should have been here. This would have been some easy knocks right there. Ghost coming in a little bit late. Turn around. Down goes Ghost. GG's for Meta 4. They did lose one person. Could have been a lot worse had they pushed together as a team.
If Top Strikers had their whole team instead of just 2 players.
Yeah, if you're gonna be a 2-player team, you got to kind of be a little bit closer than that to each other. Can't have as much separation as if you had the full squad.
Excellent
especially
point.
Starting off. So we still have a little bit of action going down with the Wu and Hashidas inside of Picado, but fights in Picado, especially when people take the apartments and the 5-stack.
It is the most classic battle of all time.
There's always a battle between them. And I want to say most of the time, what I've seen is usually the 5-stack wins. I don't know why. It's weird.
Right now there's a force field around both of these teams. None of these teams are gonna, as long as nobody gets knocked, no one will move.
Yeah, that's too far of a push. It's too far of a
And what
push.
I always say is that if you're on a team and you're maybe you're not the best player on the squad, or you don't want, what should I do? Especially in a match, is do not get yourself knocked. I don't care if you just have to like keep yourself from looking at all. Don't be the first one knocked, because that's gonna break that force field, that bubble, and one team's gonna push, and then it's gonna be on. So right now, neither one of these teams will
Like
push at all
for
until
Rubber
something
Ducky,
happens.
who has been knocked
Yeah.
by hacks inside of Los Leones. I do see hacks pushing, and it also depends too. Like I've noticed a lot of these teams that I guess you would classify as a higher tier, more like, or more
Higher
experienced,
on the
yeah.
score.
More skilled. I guess without trying to sound bad. And the moment they notice they knock someone from a team that's a little lower tiered, right? You'll see them push. They'll push more aggressively than, let's say, if Hacks gets a knock on someone from 187 Black, a 200-meter distance, they probably wouldn't push that. But if they see a knock from someone that's not 187 Black, they probably would push that. And then they have closed in a little bit on OUTcast Charlie. OUTcast Charlie able to hold strong. They have lost Madman, unfortunately. And down goes Fade. So this might be the push right here. Yeah, here comes Mommy OS.
As they have complete confidence, they don't stop pushing. Even if they get knocked or someone on their team gets knocked, they won't stop.
Down goes Panda. Rubber Ducky now the only one left. I don't know why he shot. I think it was an accident. He needs to leave. He's about to have the whole Hacks team on him right now. Panda about to bleed out. Unfortunately for Panda, Rubber Ducky cannot do a thing. Trick. Oh, look at that. It looks like that force field that you just spoke about got knocked, because we have one member of Hashira's knocked Polly. Trick. This is such a little evil spot. Down goes. Look at that. Trick just did it all by himself, increasing his kills.
That's why he's the kill leader. I don't know if he tells the team don't get any kills. I'm the one that gets kills on this team. Because he's always Johnny on the spot getting the kills.
Yeah.
Match after match after match. Although Jonica does do well, it's really Jonica and Trick are the only really two that are consistently on the team. U-turn and Field Pain, they've come in and out and played matches, but Jonica's played the majority of the matches, and
Field Pain,
Trick. And that's what doesn't matter, is that if they have a bad match, they'll just quit for the night. If they'll miss matches that they show up with 2 or 3 players a lot of times. It's really their own. What I've heard is that all Trick cares about is getting the frag award. That's all he wants. He doesn't really care about the rank or the positioning and stuff like that. And I mean, he's his own guy, I guess, put it that way. He does what he wants to do, but he can frag out as good as anybody else in this server, if not better than anybody else.
Already having the most kills of the round thus far by himself. Let's see as the zone pushes in. Ooh, this might not be good for Envy for OUTcast. Bravo, pretty close to 187 Black. In fact, Envy driving right towards Mystic and Zebra.
Boy.
They did get out of their vehicles. I'm not sure if, with it being FPP, you have a better chance of escaping people's vision. And it looks like that's exactly what happened. Very lucky. Oh, never mind. Mr. We'll call him Mr. 13, has spotted members of down goes Envy.
There they go.
They popped some tires. No, they have not. And unfortunately, heading towards Broham. Let's see if Broham sees him. They might, because they just flipped their vehicle right now. All they gotta do is turn towards the road.
And
they do not see him.
Like they're going after him.
Oh, wow. If they can somehow manage to get away. Right now there is Broham. And there he goes. Broham has spotted. And jump out in time. And luckily able to escape that burning Suburban. Lust very nearly knocked Beanie BB very nearly knocked, but luckily was able to clutch getting out that vehicle. We have some action with the Forgotten and Mena for Bravo. Alma Mont has been knocked. bits. Thirsted.
404 Air doing work.
Here comes Bug repositioning himself. He knows he got a knock. Got to be careful though, because there is Team 21 right across the way with 404.
And look at some of the other teams already got themselves in the zone mid, hooking themselves up with a nice little compound, waiting, letting these guys do all the work out there while they just stay chill, keeping the utility, keeping their health up, not getting knocked, waiting for this last these end circles to show up.
Almamont has been thirsted. Snyder getting revived. Dark J getting the revive. They do have 404, right? I mean, 404 Error down the way. Doesn't look like 404 Error knows what's going on down there, though. Or at least they hear the shots. Snyder very nearly knocked as Bug pushes. Got to be careful doesn't get knocked from Dark J from that window. Dark J not even looking at that window. In fact, they're not even in that building. Fable takes half the damage from that jump.
And the Fry, they're not. Although Cal is a little too far away.
Down goes Snyder. Dark J now the only one left for Men of 4 Bravo. They did so well in the first round. Looks like they're gonna go down super early. 20th place for Men of 4 Bravo. 404 Air. Let's see if they take advantage of the chaos that they just heard. Doesn't look like they're gonna. They do gotta get in zone though. They gotta get in zone eventually. Let's go check out Hacks Devour as they drive by. Down goes Devour the moment I switched over, getting knocked by Stone from Dream Killers, and they're still putting in a little bit of work trying to find some more members of Hacks. 187 Jonica driving right past. Or yeah, look at Mr. 13. He's right in front of Jonica. If he wanted to be and down goes Mr. 13 Ginger.
Wow.
Finished off. Trick waited perfectly prone on the ground as Jonica drove him. That was a nicely set up trap right there. I thought he was gonna like get on the passenger seat and just shoot from behind. That would have been the perfect opportunity to do that. Unfortunately, 187 losing one of their top fraggers.
Mr. Zebra, these guys have to be careful because they obviously saw who killed them. You don't want to be going up there, Mr. Zebra, by yourself, going up against Trick. That's probably the one person that 187 doesn't want to see in a 1v1 against him. But that's what 187 does. They'll push up there. Mr. Zebra pushes up there by himself, break way far behind him, Mystic down there waiting. This is if they were there, would have been a great time to kind of do some damage, but they've kind of pushed back. So a match between the Woo and 187 Black at this point of the game would be
somebody's losing some teams. Probably both will be losing some members in that kind of fight. We do have Dream Killers and Hacks, and then we have Men of 4 that's right behind Hacks. This is not good for Hacks. They're kind of pinched between two teams. Nicely in zone, so I don't anticipate this ending anytime soon. Whoa. Fredo has been knocked. That's actually, that must be from the other Dream Killers anti-sweat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so must be from Team 10. So you guys, does it look better with the kill feed? I think it's just everyone's used to it being on the side right there, and it looks a little weird with it being in the middle. Although I will say this, when I open up the map, I can see why, because when I open up the map, I can see it. And I like to move around. I could switch like this, but the problem by doing this is that I won't know where the action's at. When I open up the map, I can kind of see where everyone's at and kind of switch that way. BBC getting knocked by Mommy iOS, and that is Team Hacks.
Looks to me Lee has been just running right through the Forgotten right now. Putting them, they have only thing Cal's the only one that's still open. Oh, but he knocks down Ghost.
Let's see if the rest of Ghost Melee League can get here before something bad happens to Ghost. Here comes Savage with that Tommy. And Ghost, unfortunately. Oh, that nade blade just finished healing. And Savage finishes it up. Down though goes the Forgotten, getting a little bit revenge for Ghost getting thirsted right there. GG's for them. They're gonna have to move
Forgotten, a team that's currently, I think, in 10th place, really was a team that we thought would do very, very well. But Kazan, obviously coming in 19th place this match, not starting the night off very well, but still with 2 more matches to go. Plenty of time to get some points before this night's over.
Still have the fight going on. It looks like another member now has joined. Another team, I should say. Face 1. And so right now, Team 16 kind of in the middle of all this action right now. Hacks definitely throwing the pressure.
Knocking down from OUTcast Alpha in their rotation past them.
Oh, and that's Gold with the sniper. You can't have Gold with the sniper knocked in the Miramar map. That's just not. That's not a good thing. Oh, Gold definitely an OP sniper already with the sniper as well. Let's see if What the Heck can get the revive.
See them already down now that OUTcast only down to 2 players. Still messing with that VSS, even though he does not have the extended AR mag with only 10 rounds.
Yeah, Gold and What the Heck are just trapped right here. Brownie, unfortunately, not able to provide
to give some coverage,
any kind of support. Well, I don't know. I mean, if Brownie were to somehow flank around to their west, I mean, he might be able to potentially, and in fact, he's already causing some trouble for them. But as you stated, it's only
and there goes Gold. You said a sniper extreme getting a knock. Brownie,
very very nearly knocked. And with this, Gold and What the Heck are gonna use this opportunity to just push away from their meetup with Brownie. And
smart play by them.
Yeah, that was a very nice.
Like I said, Gold to get out of town.
Gold with the car 9, it's a sure bet right there, and luckily they were able to revive Gold.
He's so dangerous without bolt action,
especially on Miramar. Miramar, you gotta have that sniper in your team.
It gives you such an advantage over everybody else. But even with that, Gold still I think he's second on the team in kills, currently in 18th place overall. 18th place.
Oh no!
And Karma blows up his own teammate.
Wow.
And it's right here, random. This rotation right here, as we're gonna see a huge teams get knocked out left and right.
There's only, and look who the zone just happens to bless right now. Perfectly in the center. Perfectly in the center.
I mean, is there a hack that you can know where the zone's going? Can we accuse him of that?
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows what kind of
everything else? We'll accuse him of that too.
That was some good luck right there that the zone decided to shift towards them like that.
Oh, DK0 knocking Vulcan. That's what, that range, you gotta be careful. Oh, and the 404 rushes Team 10.
Oh, we have Team 8 pushing towards Misfire as a member from Misfire, Vulcan, knocked Artemis and Fatboy
Twists.
Only
2 players though.
It is only 2 players of Team True Esports. Down goes Artemis.
Low.
Down goes Fatboy Vulcan. Down goes Vulcan. No, he is so low. Zozu, go get him. No. And he's going to get the kill on Zozu.
Zozu's trying to revive him.
Down goes Misfire, taken out by Twists.
I'll tell you what, that right there, I mean, we obviously didn't know how low they were, but
yeah, no, it's hard to know.
Gone around that, if he had gone around that corner and just sprayed, you would take them both out so easily.
Yeah, it's easy for us because we can see how much damage they have. I know a lot of times people say, "Oh no, he's one shot, and you end up shooting like 4 times and he's still not knocked." So yeah, but no, he was truly one shot right there. Both of them were.
Obviously, if I that part you gotta tell me, it's a hard decision. Pick him up or keep pushing. I always say when you got a squad rush, you keep pushing all the time. Just keep pushing. And
down goes Dabs.
And try to do as strong as you possibly can. But and then this way out.
Luis has been knocked. Down goes Devour. So Hacks now left to just Peachy Mommy Eye. Down goes Peachy. Ghost Melee Elite can really upset the scoring right now if they take out Hacks this early for this round. Savage versus Mommy iOS. Here comes the zone. 4th zone. Definitely don't want to stay out here for prolonged periods of time. Down goes Luis. Make sure to at least get that kill.
Mommy's only left.
Savage about to get taken out of that car probably.
Ooh.
Do not crash. Do not crash. Wait, somehow he survived that. I thought I was totally waiting for an explosion. The zone shifts with still 187 inside the zone. Look how many teams are 10 HP. They are literally all about to be 10 HP. Down goes Prod. Down goes Joe. Prod about to be finished completely by the zone. Goldie now the only one left for 10 HP.
And now these teams, the zone was kind of open in the center, so it's gonna be hard for many of these teams to find really a spot in this zone where they're completely covered from all angles. That means you have to be using your smokes and your vehicles as cover, when you drive up. Try to maybe crash into one of these hay bales or one of these tractors. Shoot out your tires and blow up your vehicle.
Here comes the push by Face 1. FP unfortunately not thirsted. They're about to get the thirst on God as well. Down goes God. That means there's only one member of Face 1. BBC as well stuck over here. Luckily in the smoke. Looks like Team 23 wanted to take that position for theirs. We have everyone just trying to take these little garage ports, hay bale ports, whatever the heck you want to call them.
1 in 7 getting hit by 2 different teams right now.
Because they gotta protect these hay barrels from all the rain that happens on Miramar. So 187, they've had zone, but they're at the wait.
True just took out 187.
Down goes 187, at least 9th place. Stone knocked from Dream Killers are currently the point leaders for the first round. We'll see what happens with the second round as they are at the south edge of the zone. We got a drop coming in late. That's some fresh armor right there. I do see an A-Dub, a Groza coming in for True Esports. They still got a full squad. 13 kills already for True Esports. This was definitely their round. Definitely going to make up some points for the last round.
No, they have to. No, they have to kind of finish the story, finish the sentence, not give away extra points. Where they get knocked out, nominated place.
Down goes Mommy iOS.
On the wall.
Gold has been knocked to the zone. Brownie barely just gets in. Wow, jumping, vaulting in, and look at that. Is so lucky because Wadaheck has been knocked. Brownie should be able to hopefully have some smokes. Zone shifts away from the majority of the teams. We still have Dream Killers. Anti-Sweat versus True Esports. Cash just got thirsted with the nade. Knocked with the nade first. Now thirsted with one. It looks like this flare drop was just a little bit more than what they bargained for. In fact, notice they have not even been able to go grab anything from there. They've been fighting Anti-Sweat since they've called it. And they might be regretting right now calling that airdrop. We'll see. Dimos has been knocked. Does have an A-Dub himself. Let's see if Elia can keep him kind of at bay while they get the revive. They are going to have to push eventually. Let's go check out the Wu as as they're fending off. Look at all those nades being tossed. Trick with 7 kills for the entire squad. Maybe he is telling him to feed him kills because he's the only one with kills in the squad.
It's like, don't just point out the kills. I'll get them.
And down goes Trick.
Marsh.
Marsh.
The whole team from this index one came up behind.
True Esports has been taken out.
Came up behind True Esports, just flanking from behind and killed him.
Down goes Gold. Down goes OUTcast Alpha. We're left to just 4 teams, 12 players left alive. In fact, does that mean that? No, okay, let's see. 3 teams. Make that 3 teams now. The Woo currently right now with the full squad. Still in zone. They do have to worry about Dream Killers that's just to their south.
Woo all the way into the zone though. You know, got a perfect little bowl compound. You know, they're kind of spread out. They don't want to get. They've seen all those grenade kills. They don't want to be the ones victim this. They're kind of pushing out a little bit to prevent the one grenade taking out the entire squad.
Team Phase 1 pushing towards kind of both teams, but mostly Dream Killers right now. Down goes Marsh, getting knocked by Trick. Thirsted by Trick as well. Pain has been knocked. He's definitely feeling that pain right now.
I really like how Woo's set up in the back there. I probably think everyone's in where that smoke is. And Woo's able to kind of get angles if anyone tries to flank from the right or the left on a far flank. I'd be able to take him out.
I don't think Team 9 is all in zone. Let's see. Junie and Boosted just slightly out of zone, but if they move any more forwards, they're gonna get spotted. That nade tossed too far. That one's gonna probably hurt right there. And down goes Stone. It probably wouldn't have got the knock, but Jonica did enough damage that it mattered. Jonica has been knocked. Here comes some more nades coming in from Phase 1. Phase 1 didn't have a good round, but look at this. They made it all the way to at least top 2 with 6 kills. It is looking like it's going to be a 3v4 with Jonica getting revived. Down goes Ramses. Be careful, Pokey. You cannot poke your head out. And down goes U-turn. Down goes Feel Pain as they try to rush from the side. Jonica and Trick, the only ones left. And down goes Jonica. Down goes Pokey. It is a 1v1. Little Dream versus Trick. M249 versus whatever Trick has. I think it's an M4. And down goes, I think, yeah, it's GG's for Trick. Coming in with 11 kills, 13 kills total for the Woo. Phase 1 coming in second with 7 kills. And Dream Killers coming in third, but with 0 kills. So they're only going to get placement points for this round. We're going to take some screenshots. All right, and with that, I'll go ahead and play the commercials while I go and give out these screenshots.
Yes, sir.
right, let's go ahead and let me get into the next match. I do know that you're
There we
bringing in
go.
C-Dub for this
Yes.
round. Okay.
As you know, if you guys have been watching the stream, you know that Friday nights between matches 2 and 3, we take a couple minutes, we slow down, grab yourself a little drink, a little snack. We're gonna sit down at the feet of the coach, C-Dub, the coach of OUTcast Esports and a member of their A team. So thank you very much for showing up, C-Dub, giving us a few minutes of your time. What more so, what little nugget of knowledge are you gonna give us tonight on how to improve our gameplay in competitive scrims?
Oh man, normally you're so good at prompting me. Let's see. Let's take an example of something that happened that y'all noticed this last round. Anybody, whatever stood out, and we'll talk about that. Normally we're prepared, but we've had a very busy day.
How do you How do you know when? Okay, I'll give you what happened to Misfire. You're doing a squad battle. You're going out. You're fighting. You're the last guy up. You got 2 or 3 of your buddies knocked. They've kind of said they're all one shot. They're all one shot. Now what happened to Misfire? That Zozu had a choice between he was full strength, and he could have gone around, and there was 2 guys on Tree Sports that were probably had 4 HP each. He didn't know that. Obviously, we knew that. If he'd gone around there, if he just by spraying randomly, probably could have killed them both. He chose to pick up one of his teammates. When you're in a defensive position, when do you and there you're getting pushed? When do you make that decision that you should pick up your teammates, and when do you make the decision that you should keep going and try to finish off the enemy, then pick up your teammates?
It's going to be on a player by player basis. That's a lot of that is about knowing yourself. Like for instance, if I'm in that position where I think you said Zozu was, where I'm up and the other guys might be low, even if they're hollering, they're one shot. Because let's face it, 90% of the time when people are saying they're one shot, yeah, it's
the biggest lie, lie in PUBG.
Yeah, you've either been indesynced or you just you think you've done better than you have, or whatever the reason. It's oftentimes you run around the corner and it turns out they're not one shot. You put 5 rounds out of an AK to them and they're still not one shot. But honestly, if it's me, I'm probably going to pick up gold if gold's laying there next to me, because the addition of gold in that fight, in my mind, is going to be outweigh the fact that they might heal up, because gold at 75%, in my opinion, is better than another player at 75%. Now, other way around, if gold's up and we're pretty sure those guys are low, I'm gonna tell him to go push, because I feel that him at 75% again is definitely better than them low. So it's a lot to do with your confidence level. Usually the right answer to that situation shows itself after you die. And then you know what you should have done.
That's exactly because that's what happened. I mean, Zozu is. I mean, I guess his best is probably mid to close quarter combat. But like I said, the problem was that you had 2 members of True. They were both very low, so it was a race off. They were healing while he was reviving. So by the time that he picked up Jake, Vulcan, who's now 4 HP, they had now completely healed themselves. They pushed on both sides and were able to take them both out. So, and one thing that I've had to learn to do is sometimes you'll see stuff on video. I'm sure you do the same thing. Is that you'll see something on video on demand, and it looks so obvious at what you should have done. But when you're in that situation and you're dealing with it, and with the amount of information you have that you can see, you have a totally different group of information that someone who's watching it afterwards on a video on demand from 50 feet up in the air.
Right. Yeah. A lot of times, it's, when you're watching, even if you're spectating from just the spectator's eyes, it's like, oh my God, why in the world would they have done that? It doesn't make any sense. But your eyes are just so much wider. Like I said, even if you're spectating through their eyes, especially if you're up in the air, it's
you can see more.
I don't know. I don't know what it is about actually playing and being alive. It's just like your field of vision just seems like you get tunnel vision more or less.
Yeah.
I
noticed that a lot too.
Because when I'll have say if someone on my team dies, especially Artemis or something, they'll be calling out, they'll be watching my stream or watching through my eyes, and they'll call somebody out from 250 meters away. I'm like, how do you even see that? It's because I'm looking all around. I'm not just looking straight ahead of me looking for enemies like you are. I can look all over the place. So I know that's something you like to do. You know, as you know, if you've been watching the streams, you know that that there's a conspiracy theory that C-Dub purposely gets himself killed early in matches so that he can then just IGL the team. But going from teammate to teammate, that's
Seems
not been
legit.
confirmed nor denied. But I know that's something that you do. I know something that our IGL Artemis does a lot is kind of. But one thing that we've had to do, I don't know if this happened to you guys, is because you get when there's like maybe 2 guys killed, or especially 3, and everybody starts chirping in your ear while when you're the last one away, alive. The point where we were playing before, and I had to tell them all to shut up except for Artemis. I can't hear all you. Just let Artemis be the one person to talk so I can hear from the IGL. The rest of you guys can be quiet. What are your guys' kind of protocols when you have 1 or 2 people dead, and you're trying to communicate to whoever's alive?
We normally, honestly, we let it go until it starts becoming ineffective, and then we'll speak up and say, okay, everybody except for so and so needs to quiet down, just like what you were describing. But like if 2 people are down, there's 2 people up. We try as hard as we can to make sure that one person is watching, like say Gold, and somebody else is watching Wadu. That way, if Gold hears something come out of my mouth, he knows that I'm talking to him, because there's nothing worse than you're hollering, you know, you're a spectator, or there is a spectator hollering, he's to your left, and then the whole team starts turning left, and it's like, oh no, I was talking to so and so.
And speaking of the value of Gold, I think it was made very clear that Miramar match, Gold gets knocked. Brownie trying to pepper the team that was away from them with his VSS just to allow Wadu to get Gold up. And when Gold got up, he was then able to use that card 9 to one-shot somebody, put him down. That then, instead of pushing, then the team was, I think, was fit for OUTcast to push. Then Gold and Wadu came back and was able to liaise up with Brownie and be together as a 3-person team for the rest of the match. And just having that ability, that bolt action skill, especially and Random said, have that person that can hit that bolt action shot, allowing you to get out of a bad situation, not even as a defensive weapon, not even as an offensive weapon, but a defensive weapon to get yourself out of that situation is so important and so valuable for you guys at Alpha.
Yeah, absolutely. When he came along, it allowed us to start doing some things differently than we've been doing in the past. That was actually that play you're talking about. It was kind of fun to orchestrate. I don't know if y'all ended up watching, but Brownie and Gold were able to meet up and then get Gold somewhere in the zone and safe, and then Brownie was able to, you know, backtrack and go get Wadu and then get everybody together again. We actually spent, or I was dead, but they spent a solid, you know, 2 to 3 minutes probably making all that work, and there was a bunch of moving parts, and they did pretty well in it.
And one thing that I think Brownie didn't get credit for is he was holding down 2 players with the VSS without an extended mag, and you had to be very judicious with your VSS. And that's something 2 words you don't hear together. You know, trying to be judicious with a VSS. Usually with the VSS, you just spray the 20 rounds out. Hopefully half of them or a quarter of them hit, and you keep doing that. But he was just peppering them just enough to keep him honest, allowing Wadu to pick up Gold. And then Gold then get an angle, get a knock, and get that whole process started, allowed you guys to, I think, obviously move up in the rank. Because if you had lost Wadu and Gold right there, it would have been a completely different match for you guys.
Oh yeah, Brownie wouldn't have made it out of there if we'd have lost Gold and Wadu. I mean, the whole deal was the enemy team was, their attention was split up enough that allowed everybody to be able to move a little bit here and there. But if if Gold and Wadu would have been gone, then all their attention would have been on Brownie. He never would have been able to drive away. It's if they didn't do everything right in that situation, they wouldn't have made it out. So they did great.
Start of
well, we'll let
round.
you go. C-Dub, thank you very much for your time. As always filling us in with a lot of scoop, a lot of knowledge. Good luck in this third match the rest of the night.
All right, thank y'all.
And I think, Random, that you don't really there's no meta for bolt action snipers. When we first started, maybe like in season 3 and 4 and 5, it was all who was the most clutch bolt action sniper, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't really hear that much anymore, you know? It's like I can spray someone down with an M4 with an S6X from, 500 yards. But I remember back in the day, it was who could do the best flicks. You know, maybe because Shroud was more popular then, but who could do those
flick shots,
sniper shots, those CS:GO flick shots. But it's kind of like, I think it's lost its popularity. But I tell you, if someone who can do that, who's very, very good with a bolt action, I mean, they're literally, without trying to make a pun, worth their weight in gold. Even you can put up with a lot of other BS.
Especially in a game in a round like Miramar, such a huge map. You know, a DMR such as a Mini or the SKS, it takes what, like 2 or 3 shots, right, to land and to get a knock. You have an A-dub, and on hands of like someone like Gold, it's gonna take one shot to get
one of your best skills. Watching you and stuff like that, I think that that's probably one of your best skills, your ability to use bolt action. Especially, you're very good at it with in like when there's like in trauma when you're like behind smoke and there's fire and stuff like that. You know, you're very good at like to like immediately like run around, stop, put a shot on target, then go do what else you were doing. You know, picking up like me or Lady or Mrs. Random, because you never get knocked, so
what am I
you don't have that
here?
problem.
We have 2 teams dropping at Tambang, Team 25 and OUTcast Bravo. We have 3 teams that decided to land inside of boot camp.
This random is going to go fast.
We have the Forgotten
people,
already.
Oh my goodness. 84 people in
Polly taken out.
Yeah, this is going to be quick.
Cal is still knocked. FPP too forces people to push a little more aggressive.
This is going to be it. I tell you what, this is a map. This is a scenario where if you get the circle, it's better to be passive and just kind of camp your house if you're looking for points, because people are going to die very, very quickly in this match, and therefore if you can just hang on for a few minutes and you need to get those position points, people will die, but the kills are going to be there at the end. There's going to be 8 to 10 people alive in that last circle, and if you can be successful, you can kill them and you get 10 kills and you win. But
Empress just went in there, and wow, there was at least 3 guys shooting from the Forgotten. Keon only bandages full. The Forgotten squad gets the knock on Bug, and down goes Keon, gets thirsted, finished off by Blade. The Forgotten, still a full squad, landed hot in Paradise. Only one other team landed at Paradise, but they do have Paradise, and they are almost center of the zone. Let's go to boot camp.
But what Forgotten is this going to be in this match? They're quite schizophrenic in their skills. They're sometimes the best team in this lobby, and sometimes they're the worst. It's who are they going to be in this match?
Mystic getting a knock on Chris from Broham. Thirsted as well. Martinez running for his life. No guns. Ooh, lands on a first gun he finds is a shotgun. Definitely not something.
187 is just like a rolling like Lord of the Ring, the Nazgul, just running down people from behind and just murdering them. Not even like being defensive, just right in the middle of the field with their guns out, shooting at people.
They're hunting for that.
And Martinez is running for his life. Like he stole their last dollar. He is getting out of there any faster.
He's definitely taking off from there.
Spread wide up. They're just wide open spread, just running, looking to kill anything that moves.
Down goes Joe for 10 HP, getting knocked by Blitzkrieg from OUTcast. Charlie Prod knocked as well.
Excuse me.
Bless you. We have already one member, Fade HD4, taken out from each side actually, but right now it's a 3v2 with Prod still knocked.
And look at the DK anti-sweat coming up on top of that hill behind them. Maybe get a third party 10 HP and
they definitely hit some of those shots right there, and we already have Stella heading towards over there.
This is something that we like to do too, is to drop behind the camps. You see, kind of like that's what Miss did. They're rotating to the left, but there's usually good loot right behind each one of these camps.
Yeah.
And then there's always gonna be a hill, so you can see up that hill and then just third party.
Take a quick peek to see who's there. We have some action back inside of boot camp. Ramses for Team Face 1 knocked. Unfortunately for Team Face 1, this is a duo team only, so down goes Ramses, thirsted by Jonica.
I want to see. I
want
to see Trick. I want to see Woo and 187 run into each other.
Down goes Kolda. Trick very nearly knocked. The Woo have boot camp.
Did anybody get a kill except for Trick?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There was only 2 people there, so
There's gonna be big trouble in the Woo tonight.
down goes Outcast Charlie, going down early this round. We have a drop just coming in perfectly. Look at that, an 8x with an A dub coming in for the Forgotten.
I mean, a nice 6x I prefer on this map, but A dubs, I'm more of a. You prefer 8x's or 6x's? I prefer 6x's because
for me, my sensitivities, because I use the 6x to spray with the M4, my sensitivities for the 6x is pretty high. So if I try to snipe with it, because I do use gyroscope on my iPad for scope on, and so any little movement on my iPad makes a pretty decent movement on the scope when I'm trying to snipe. So I prefer the 8x when I'm trying to snipe because there's less.
Okay.
That way I don't have to keep on messing with the sensitivities because it kind of sucks. All right, we got some action going down with True Esports and Dream Killers. Dream Killers, they came in third with no kills in the last round. They're definitely trying to make up for that. Down goes Mars Junie. Knocked Bullet, knocked Sarge, the only one left. 2 knocked for True Esports. Twist getting a thirst. Might pay for that thirst, never mind. Down goes Dream Killers, coming in 20th place.
But
early.
Look how, so True has 2 guys knocked, 1 guy about 15 FP, 1 guy full up. But so it's a pretty close battle between those 2 teams. But if you look at the stats, it looks like True Esports just ran right through Dream Killers 4-0. But so I always say when you're having these squad battles, keep pushing. As long as you're alive, you can still have a chance. Even if you're 1 HP at the end, if you're the last one standing, you've won you can win 4-0. And it looks good on the stats, no matter how close you come to dying.
So we have Hacks coming towards, taking shots, getting the knock on Chicago. Down he goes. Looks like the Woo are now down to just 3 members. Trick taking some shots towards the coastline. Zone is coming in. Let's go check out Infamous and Metaphor Bravo. They're pretty close to each other. In fact, they should run into each other. Demon should actually have sights, take sights. Has sights on Dark J. Very nearly gets the knock. Not enough to get the knock, though. Dark J should be able to heal up. Definitely presence is known now. Let's go check out Huba. Huba? Are my that's like the second one. Is that like a common VSS skin now, or the VSS skin's just not rendering?
Silver one?
Yeah, it's like also.
Yeah, it's number. I think it's 50 on the this season's RP pass.
Ah, okay.
Silver plated VSS.
Yeah, it just looks like it's like a VSS with the skin that didn't render in. I was like wondering. Okay, I wasn't too sure. Okay, thank you for the clarification. Down goes Demon. Snyder pushing.
Any new updates to your shiny gun collection?
Oh, that would be awesome if I can get the VSS like that.
I know you always try to take photos. So when you get that, how would you get that? Like
I have so many of those kind of pictures too. I would love to get that VSS though, because it looks like a VSS that didn't have its skin rendering, which looks pretty cool. Like 3D modeled that only without any of the stuff. That's what it looks like to me. Down goes Demon, knocked again. Huba knock. Kaboom now the only one up. Gets the knock on Dark J. Here comes Snyder. Agony. Luckily for them, they're getting shot. Never mind. Down they go. Dark J's gonna be able to get revived. Down goes Infamous, taken out.
Hacks and Wool
let's go check that
on
out.
top of each other in the warehouses next to. They both rotated down there.
Peachy kind of in a bad spot. Let's see. Well, no, they potentially could surprise the heck out of Trick.
And look at Trick up there, just snooping and pooping up on top. Here's Peachy. Knows somebody's to his right.
Yeah, I think he knows there's somebody over there. He's definitely paying attention to over there pretty good.
Peachy is kind of known as the legend killer, though. Gone through a lot of good players. Took out 187 all by himself. In one of the matches, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh.
Down goes Peachy getting knocked by by Trick. As Luis and Mommy iOS. And down goes Trick, but he was able to get the thirst right beforehand. Let's see if Jonika's kind of exposed coming up on the side like this. Trick thirsted. They thirst for thirst is what Hacks probably thought.
I don't know if he had stayed behind there and didn't expose himself to the thirst, probably would have got knocked right there.
Dabs knocked for Team 14, I believe. Homicide taken out by the zone. We still have quite a few people way out there to the south of the zone right now.
It's gonna be hard. You gotta get in there. Oh my God, there is. Look at that, top strikers and.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
Unknown.
Anti-sweat just taken out by top strikers, so now they can kind of go in there without being bothered. Goldie, the only one left for 10 HP. Unfortunately, is gonna be true to the name very soon and only have 10 HP. And this, oh look at that! Lucky finds a first aid kit because only had bandages up to this point. Only the second zone, so not taking too much damage. But the moment the zone closes, is the moment it's gonna do tons, a little bit more damage once it closes. Especially with the top strikers, just not too far away from them.
Not only that, you're burning through so much of your utility.
Yeah, oh yeah.
For no good reason. While the other teams that are already in there are able to either loot more.
To his benefit, the only team he has to really worry about is Men of 4. Bravo. The only team that's down there to the south, I want to say I'm not going to say. Yeah, so he does have top strikers, but the ones in zone only ones are Men of 4.
You're right, sir. It's doubtful that they're going to see him across the quarry.
All right, here comes the zone, and we have both boot camp and Paradise Resort still in zone. Let's go Men of 4 Alpha versus 187. Black down goes FPP. Getting knocked. God bleeds out. BBC now the only one left, and he is doing the only thing he can, and that is taking off the opposite direction. where you hear the shots, you run the opposite way. Especially if you see in the kill feed 187 in there. Okay, it's good advice usually, especially if you're the only one alive. Let's see. So Goldie's still kind of trying to look for some loot, or at least meds. Unfortunately, unsuccessful in finding any more meds. It looks like might have already been looted in some of these areas. Some teams like to jump right here. Oh, look at this. We have Broham and OUTcast Bravo. Down goes Jay White. Beanie BB has been knocked. Lust and Emperor, a 1v1. OUTcast Bravo and Broham. Beanie BB still alive. Still can be revived as well, but as Lust waits, Emperor is getting the revive of Martinez? Yeah. Oh, it's not Martinez. Okay. See? My eyes tricked me.
Lust sprayed on the wall, killing the wall.
Oh!
Then getting Emperor. Nice.
You gotta be careful with these walls. Obviously, they have that opening. Those aren't just for show. They're actually open right there. And here comes the push. And wow, what a clutch. Very nicely done. The zone is coming in. This is one of those zones that hurts, so you got to hurry up and heal. Luckily, the zone's not too far from where they got to go, the new zone. We have OUTcast Alpha pushing in to Paradise Resort, where the Forgotten have been just chilling ever since they hot drop here. C-Dub. Ghost Melee Elite gets the knock on Twist. That's actually across the water. Twist already getting revived.
Teams is holding on. I mean, we still have 16 teams left in this small zone.
See, this is my collection of huge guns. And this one's going to include, like, all the misfire in the background. See? That's what I was talking about, if I can get a VSS one like that.
We still have 16 teams left. Until the next team dies out, one team is still going to get one placement point.
See, it's already 2 tonight, man. 2 for 2. Once Bullet got knocked, we never answered F. We have Misfire and Team 24. Look at that nade. Very nearly gets the knock. Unlucky.
And whatchamacallit, Jinjin Stinchin is coming up right behind Misfire. We could have some team-on-team death coming up.
Down goes Blaze. Brownie getting knocked by Blade. Inside up. Dozu has been knocked. And here comes a third party from
behind,
Dabs.
from his own team.
Yeah, GG's. You guys, Marsh, you guys still got one more game. You guys had the lead. You remember the scores from the last round. Just make sure to try to get top 5 in the next round, man. You guys should be able to hold it,
blown out
hopefully.
by their own team, by getting caught in between Team 24 and their own team. Totally wiped out in 16th place, coming in, get that last 1 point finish.
F.
By the Embassy and Jinjin Stinchen.
Ghost Melee Elite Savage now knocked by Cash. A little bit of payback for knocking Twists earlier. And the zone has moved away from both Paradise and Boot Camp. It looks like it's going to end somewhere in the middle of them both. Hacks. 187 still. 3-man squad. Not a whole lot of action coming in from them right now. I'm not sure if it's because they're down a person or they just haven't had the luck of running into people.
I think now this is where it's going to get even more hectic, going from 15 down to 10 teams. Since now they're all pretty much everybody's out of zone. So you got to push it in the zone.
Down goes Gizmo. We have the Forgotten, we have Broham, and 187, all in these same compounds. Gizmo's been knocked. Blade just got it just healed off. Dab's knocked by Keto. Down goes Emperor. Mr. Zebra putting in some work, getting the knock on Emperor. There is another team here though. They got to be careful. Down goes Callaghan. Down goes the Forgotten. Still have Broham, Martinez. Let's go check out Team 14 because they're actually kind of being gate kept. Down goes Hacks, taken out by Mena4. Team 14 as well. Still outside, being gate kept by Team 24. They should be able to move in soon. We have Team 24 pushing towards 21. I don't have my little cheat sheet here. Sorry, guys. 404 error. Down goes Flash. The Killer. Very nearly knocked. Sean the Killer. Down goes Sean the Killer. Down goes 404 error. Keto very luckily able to clutch that. 11 teams left, 29 players at the light. Zone's about to move again. Jinjin needs to get in. This zone's about to do major damage. Look at that.
Look what he's doing up there.
Unfortunately, gate kept by Team 24, but they eventually had to push too. But wow, yeah, it'll be a miracle if Jinjin can get in there, especially with Team 24 still holding that edge. It's gonna be very, very tough. I kind of don't want to see it. It's gonna be sad. There's nothing else going on, so unfortunately we'll go ahead and watch it.
Jinjin, save your thin chin.
He's 125. He can do it. Maybe. Nah, it's gonna be tough. The zone's about to move, and it's gonna do even more damage the moment it starts to move. And he still has to go through Team 24. Down goes Stanky. True Esports. Look at, he hears the footsteps.
You got no choice, so.
He got no choice. Zone always does the choice for you. Always.
Don't die as I would say you can beat any player. You can't ever beat zone.
Exactly. You can survive zone for a bit, but you'll never beat it. Never. It'll always win.
Make it in. You made it in.
Oh, very nicely done. And in fact, met up with Ace GG. So very nice. No longer alone. And unfortunately, just like that, Owen Fish is right there as well. Ace GG has been knocked. 5th zone. They're not going to be able to get the revive. I hear a lot of shots going down the Woo. Jonica knocked. Trick has been thirsted already. Looks like Phil Payne's the only one up. A lot of bad stuff happened evidently up here. Mr. Zebra has been knocked, but they should actually be able to get the revive on him.
Didn't kill, blew up fish, and blew himself up.
And Outcast Alpha has been taken out at some point in between all this chaos towards the end.
Just at the end there, it's all got kicked out, blown up by 187.
And 187 holding strong. Only a 3-man team, but already 10 kills, just bullying people right now. Unfortunately, not in zone for them. They're gonna have to eventually move in. Sarge just barely hanging on. I don't know how. I mean, yeah. Wait, no, not Sarge. Rage.
Yeah, it's from Top Strikers.
Yeah. For some reason, I saw Sarge, but no, it's not Sarge. Okay. Now we need 187
How
dead.
many times have we seen Ghost Elite just hiding out in the back somewhere?
Well, they're practicing what their name is. Ghost Melee. They want to get close as possible to use their melees. Yeah.
It was very effective.
Imagine when on the PC side you can throw a pan and stuff. Imagine when they bring that over here if they do. Look at that nade. I don't know if that nade's gonna hurt. Oh, and luckily they just barely moved from there. Very, very close. Atomic Lucky down goes Team 24. No, Keto's still alive. He's pushing.
He's able to take out
Rage. True esports right now in the zone. They have 14 kills between them. Zebra has been knocked.
It's pretty much a quarter of the
25 kills between these two teams, yeah.
But Kiro doing some work on Ginger.
Not only that, Team 24 has 11 kills as well. So, yeah, like about a quarter of the kills just between these three teams right now. All right, so we're down to just 2 teams left. It's a 1v...
But Ginger is knocked. It was a 1v2, 1v3. Because Mystic's only went up for 187. Ginger is
not
knocked.
in zone, unfortunately.
They just finished off Ginger. So it's up to Mystic. What can you do? Knox twists. Wow. Knox
Can he do it? Wow. He was so close to clutching
Mystic, so close.
17 kills for True Esports. But very nicely done.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was so close. 187 coming in second with 11 kills. And Team 24 Dempsey coming in third with 11 kills as well. Let me go and take some screenshots of this. And
every match coming down so exciting at the very end. Every single time we see this. It's always good when it goes black. You don't know who the winner is until the end screen comes up.
I don't know why sometimes it does this. It's so stupid. Irritating. There we go. All right. So let me go ahead and play the commercials, and then I'll be in the meantime giving these screenshots to Brownie. Be right back.
Yes, sir.
right, so let me go ahead and get ready for the next match. Okay, I have that loaded in. Let's see if the codes have been released. Yes.
You know what we should
Last
do
round.
right now? This is what we should be saying. What's your favorite color?
Red.
The reason why is because tomorrow on your stream, when I say yesterday on the stream, Random said his favorite color was.
Oh, okay.
Let's make it switch it towards when you and Mrs. Random, how'd you guys meet?
We met prior to internet days on a chat line with an actual
Like
phone.
AOL?
No, like an actual phone. You would call it in a certain number. Yeah, that's how we met. That was pre-internet. I think I was 17.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Now, so you're 54. That was a long time ago.
Wow. Not that old yet.
I know he is 35. He just had his 30. This is the kind of guy Random is. On his 35th birthday party, he gave out a $35 gift card to his viewers. That's what kind of guy
Dude,
he is.
That guy won that $35 gift card, and the next 2 days later, I did another gift card giveaway, and he won again. So he got $45 from me just in the span of 2 days. Lucky, you got lucky.
That happens a lot. Like I know that at the end of the stream, around 11 o'clock your time, when you start doing you have your little breakdown of who I got paid stuff. You start doing the math that this guy got $17, and this guy got $15, and this guy got $27.
It's usually about $100 every Saturday is what I try to do to give out.
Plus all the other ones you do, plus the ones you don't even.
Oh, and then the unscheduled ones, and then on Wednesdays I do some as well. But Wednesday I spend $30.
I don't bullshit. I'm not BSing the listeners. There is no more generous caster in regards to giving cash UC to his viewers than Random. If there is in the PUBG community, let me know, and I'll stay corrected. Because I've been in the game. I've been in PUBG Mobile since season 2. I've seen everybody. I've seen the very, very best, which is a guy like Random, and this is the very, very worst, a guy like GM. We won't even say what his name is, and I've seen everybody in between. And there is no more. I'll tell you what, as we're glossing you, Random. He's a genuine good guy. And that's hard to find. You can tell because you can BS somebody for a couple hours, a couple streams, but his patience. You can tell he's a dad because he has good patience with the younger viewers, and it's just a good time. I've never not had a good time on your stream, and that I think is some of the highest compliments you can give. Is that every stream I've ever been on that you've been doing, it's always a fun time to participate. Even when everyone gets all mad. I like it better even when bad things happen because everyone gets all pissed off and it's kind of funny. It's like a bunch of 15 and 12-year-olds getting all freaking mad.
We all unite against one common cause. Yeah, so that's kind of funny too.
I like what's one girl who always gets whenever you do a special event, her partner never shows up and she always is left out.
Oh yeah, Lexi.
Lexi, she's a great character. There's the Pickford's rules of streaming.
Oh, I actually made a document of that. It was the 11. It was 10 commandments plus a couple.
Yeah, all the things that aggravate me as a watch. And you never get mad about it, but it always pisses me off. They're like, bro, can I get a free RP? Can I get an RP? Or free skins? Can I get free skins, bro? Free UC? Free UC? Or start the match Random.
That one kind of irritates me the most because especially what's the worst is when I have a literal timer on the stream and there's still a minute left. Start, and there's still space left. I'm like, dude. I understand if the room's full, then yeah, I would start it. But if the room's not full and you still see a minute left, don't tell me to start. That hella irritates me, especially if I've been streaming for a while. Yeah, no.
And since
I even have a command now, so that's always good.
That's awesome. And since both of our interviews ditched on us literally at the last second, we're able to bring back a voice feed. That is
Twisties. What? Let's see. Who else was saying? There was a few guys in the Twitch chat saying that they would interview.
let's put it this way: all you guys that said that, you send me a DM.
Yes,
and
that's what I told him. I told him the best thing you can do if you want to be interviewed, because sometimes Pickford has to go out of his way to look for people to want to interview. Some people get shy. Yeah.
I got, and then they just do this. They like literally 5 minutes before it starts, they say we can't make it. Sorry.
So if you want to, if you're frequent these scrims and you want to, and maybe Pickford hasn't talked to someone from your
Twist,
team yet.
You just said Twist.
Twist,
you're top of the frag list. I'll
yeah.
talk to you. I'd love to talk to you.
Yeah, Twist and a few others were saying they wanted to chat. So get a hold of Pickford, DM him, or get a hold of him on the OUTcast Discord server and tell him, hey, I want to do an interview, and
please,
because like I said, he has trouble finding them, and he's only looking for 2, and he has to ask like 10 people, and then sometimes stuff happens. They get nervous, people don't. They get a little shy that their voice is gonna be online forever. Right. Forever.
Forever. But yeah, especially you, Twist. I mean, speaking of someone who has no problem listening to his own voice, the coach, as we call him, C-Dub, as we go into this last match, the 4th match, the official halfway point, what are you thinking? What's on your mind? What are you guys planning on? You guys, I think, do very well in Vikendi just based on your style. I think the Vikendi map suits OUTcast Alpha's loot, really rotate center style, because compounds are so important in this map.
Normally, I would say we're gonna keep playing our game, and we're gonna count on one of the top 5 teams to blow it. But I don't know about that. The teams that are in the top 5 right now, they're unlikely to blow it. So we might have to change it up a bit.
And I want to know is we got the 2 Misfire teams racing themselves to the bottom of the scoreboard. Misfire is currently in 19th place, and Jin Stinchin in 18th place. So let's see who can win that prize of not being the worst. Because we have True Esports 187 Black in second. 187 Black in second. Wow. Only 3 points behind True Esports. The Woo in third with 68. Dream Killers in fourth with 64. Then a huge drop off to Hacks in 48. And then the team that's you guys. I mean, you guys know exactly when to score just enough points to stay in that top 3. You guys will do very, very well and get yourself back up there, then have a bad event and kind of fall back down. You guys are really tempted fate by trying to stay in that top 3 going into the halfway point.
It's getting harder and harder to do. There's still
scores,
that's what
guys? Sorry.
Yeah, those are the scores. Yeah, that's what I like about these Friday nights is that extra round. There's enough room in here that things can still change up quite a bit. You add 30 points onto anybody's score, and it changes everything. Yeah.
I mean, you guys. I mean, you guys are tied with three teams. One team is 1 point ahead of you, so you guys could be right in the top 5 with a good match tonight.
That's right.
With a good so I'll let you get in there. Good luck in this last Vikendi match. And if you're watching, the viewer, if you see how why this kind of helps OUTcast. Vikendi is a map specifically designed that it was designed by the designers to be a compound to compound battle, where pretty much if you're out exposed in the ground, somewhere there's a compound where they have an angle on you. That's really how Vikendi works. So you have to really be able to it's TPP, so usually this Vikendi map is a little bit slower because there's a lot of TPP peeking, and a lot of rushing. You're going to see a lot of squad rushes this match. You're going to see the initial drop. And what happens is, if you don't know this map right now, because of this European building design where they have 3, 4, 5 levels that you can get up on, it's very hard, and the buildings are jammed together so tightly that it's sometimes people will get on top of a roof or get a weird angle that you don't see.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're over there in Dobro, you can go from the tops of like 5 to 6 buildings in a row.
Yeah, you can pretty much almost like, unless you have to cross that major road that kind of hits between them, but pretty much you could almost go like from rooftop to rooftop on a lot of these bigger cities, which is kind of why I kind of hate spectating in the bigger cities to begin with. There's so many different angles you got to cover. But definitely I hate playing in cities like that because then you always got to worry about people on the roofs. Speaking about buildings and Dobro, it looks like the zone's going to go right past there. We have starting just south of Milnar.
Start off point. So let's go to Dobro.
Oh yeah, it's actually gonna be going right by there. Let's see if they actually decide to head there. They are only a few points behind, unofficially, of course, behind True Esports. We'll see if that kind of makes them choose to not to go Dobro. But from this point, it does look like they're gonna have to Dobro. Outcast and Men of Four hitting up Weiner. We have 10 HP just north of Milnar. Hacks taking Villanova. Team 25 looks like they're gonna potentially hit Castle. That would be a sight for sore eyes if someone does. 404 Error and the Forgotten right around Villa, although only the Forgotten's taking the Villa. Phase 1 right above Dino Park, along with Dembasy as well, Team 22.
And to all those individuals just storming into my DMs, why did you be interviewed? Keep it up, please. I'll hit you all up this weekend, and we'll get something set up for all you guys next week.
Yeah, definitely. Even if specifically, I mean, maybe even Monday. You never know. He always has, especially Monday, if you play. You know, especially if you're playing. And you haven't been interviewed,
and you don't have to be a player in the top 10 or in the top 20, because I want to get the viewpoint of all different types of players, not just the best.
That's why I said if you frequent these, especially if you frequent these, and if you feel like it's only for the top. No, he wants to talk to as many teams as participating in these, especially if you give a lot of your scrim time here at OUTcast Esports.
Exactly, because I want to know the mindset of the teams that are in 15th place too. What's it like? How do you keep that struggle going? What do you got to do? So yeah, you hit me up in the DMs. I really appreciate it.
And look at the zone. So the zone shift is the very, very tale of Vikendi. So the zone starts, the flight path starts on one side of the map, and the zone completely on the opposite side. Most teams right now on the west side of the map. Only a few teams actually inside zone. This whole east coastline right now completely empty. Let's go check out.
Looks like Misfire took my suggestion, because both teams jumped almost right on top of each other.
God's about to get knocked by Brownie with that M16. Both teams dropping towards Winery. It just looks like God was caught out in the open. If he can potentially... Oh, never mind. They're still taking shots. If he would have been able to get around this rock without taking any shots, he could have potentially waited long enough to get revived. But no, he's gonna bleed out. His team's already moving away. There's no point. Easy first kill. First point for Outcast Alpha. Let's go to Dobro. So we do have 3 teams that landed inside of Dobro. We have Dream Killers.
Wow.
Yeah, so the top 3 teams, I think, currently right now inside of Dope, right?
Yeah.
Let me take a quick peek real quick. Yeah, True Esports, 187 Black, and the top 3. Well, actually, let's see. Yeah, so True Esports is the only one that's not in here, but these are the second, third, and fourth place teams all inside of one little area with True Esports
what I want to see is, are these guys going to take this battle, or are they going to kind of see... No, if they find out who's there, are they going to choose to kind of not take it? I mean, I think the Wu will fight anybody. I think they just don't care. But will 187 or DK kind of like, okay, there's multiple teams here, they're high-quality teams, let's pull back. And so we don't have to, even if we do win the squad match, we might lose 1 or 2 players.
Well, like you stated, so someone like the Wu, who you said they're pretty much only in here to get that top fragger award. That's what you said Trick only cares about. I mean, I can envision a scenario where they get a knock on someone from 187 and Trick's all, ooh, let's go see if we can finish them off, because they're the top team right now. So exactly. I can definitely envision something like that. Fortunately for 187, they are further away. It looks like Dream Killers and the Wu are the ones currently.
I mean, 187 heard that. Marsh, I think somebody threw a grenade. So everyone heard that. It looks like 187 is going to push back and not take us. But it looks like the Wu is going to force it. And I do like how Dream Killers is set up, though. This is a nice spread defense right now. It's just, does Wu have the squad tactics to fight another squad in an urban battle? Because it's totally different than just fragging out in classics with one good player, like a guy like Trick. So we'll have to see, does Dream Killers have the skill set to work as a squad to stop the Wu? Because Marsh is up on top of one of the roofs. Used that to the advantage. They know where Trick is. Trick is now prone, but Marsh is gonna have eyes on him pretty soon, I think.
Damn, the round's a little.
Especially if Marsh would just have a grenade, he could just throw that right under that and take out.
I mean, Sarge is in a perfect position to throw nade as well, but they haven't had that much time to loot, so they probably don't have anything. Right now, the Wu kind of being isolated in one building, which is never a good thing when you're getting surrounded from all sides right now. Stoned kind of beneath right there, kind of keeping
And
track
this is what you
of the
see,
bottom.
like a team that kind of plays together and works on squad tactics versus a team of just great fraggers. This was kind of what used to be 187's issue, was that they were all such good fraggers that didn't really work together, but they've kind of worked on that. But we'll see if the Wu can work together, because we see, like I said, we've seen Trick get so many kills.
And there he goes. Marsh gets the first knock on Chicago. Luckily, they did do tons of damage to Marsh, but it doesn't matter. There looks like Junie and Sarge are now pushing in. They know they know who it is.
And see, look at Marsh. Even though he's slow, he's still part of that pushing process.
Yeah, I thought they would have waited. I thought they would have waited to get Marsh to heal up, but I mean, right now Marsh doesn't have any heals anyway. So
what they do is they use that knock to get into the building,
and Jonah could just waiting at the staircase right here. This is always so dangerous, waiting around these staircases. These very dangerous.
I always like to put the little auto trap.
Yeah. That's always. I've seen people do that, and it actually does work pretty well. Wouldn't work for someone like me though, because I take auto pickup off. So a lot of people do take auto pickup off.
Looks like Marsh just went back and got himself a gas can. Maybe he's gonna try to use that, put it up there, and then pull back down and then shoot it when he hears footsteps close.
All right. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the action. Hacks. Mommy iOS, knock, then thirsted by BBC from Pickfor. We have some flares coming in for Broham, I think. Down goes BBC, thirsted as well, so Hack's getting a little bit of payback. FB now the only one left for Pickfor as he tries to take off. Trick has been knocked. Down goes Marsh. Junie is Chicago's the only one left for the Wu. I'm not sure.
Wow.
I think it's a 1v1. And down goes the Wu. They went down with 0 kills this round. Not adding any more points to Trick.
If you look at it, look how close they lost. They got like 3 guys, but I think those guys pushing as a squad, working together as a squad, doing this probably multiple times, is the one little sliver of superiority that allowed the DK to come out of here as the victors.
Very nicely done. And as the zone's closing in too, they haven't even had any time to loot. Hopefully
that's a great point, Random. Is that now what are they gonna do? Now they're gonna have to use whatever utility they pick up off of,
because they've been fighting with them, and the Wu's probably used up most of it as well. So they're not gonna have too much. Luckily, it is the first zone.
They have 2,000 out to the next zone. They don't have that far in this zone, but they have a far ways to go to get to the next zone.
Not seeing a whole lot of action right now, guys. That was pretty much all of it right there for right now. I do see True Esports and OUTcast Alpha. If OUTcast Alpha can have a breakout game, get the dub, get like 10 kills, get the points, they could potentially go from, I believe they're unofficially currently right now. Let's see, they're 8th place right now. But
is it close? Only like the time
the Wu
plus
has already been taken out, and they were 3rd place, right? So, still possible.
Each one of those spots in these matches adds up to your overall score. So a nice finish in the last game could really push them in the top 5, which is what they're going to need to keep up there on the top of the list.
Top strikers, and never mind. It looks like Misfire is just taking off from there. Brownie has been ran over. No.
Oh.
Wow. He must have just been in the field or something. I don't know. You definitely ran him over. Let's see if True Esports comes back. No, they're just gonna chill in this compound. Brownie's lucky.
He's lucky.
And they're lucky that he didn't get thirsted too, because losing Brownie this early would have been bad. Especially when you got to try to clutch the win, just so you can try to finish top 5 and not start to fall too far behind in the overall power rankings. Og and A-Dub for OUTcast Bravo.
He's quiet. He's top 20 in the all-time frag list. I mean, he's quietly just put together. He's never had one of those matches where he's getting 12 kills, but he's getting 4 kills every time.
Ginger has been thirsted, blown up out of his vehicle.
Wow.
By just one person from OUTcast Bravo. So they're losing one of their top fraggers already early on. That's not good. But they did do very, very nicely in the last round with only 3 players. So they definitely can do it. Right now we have OUTcast Alpha about to drive right past 404 Error. And luckily are able to drive without taking really much damage at all.
There's a little dip on the side of the road that they're able to kind of utilize.
And now we have True Esports driving. They're not driving through. They're stopping right across the street from...
They're taking this battle.
C-Dub driving, all right. But he's already been warned about there, so he should be fine. Men of 4 Agony, that is, I believe, if I remember, that is the Bravo team.
Correct.
They are fighting. We have Hacks. Now Team True Esports is pushing Hacks, evidently. I thought they were going to push Error, but no, they decided to come back. Down goes Luis. Hacks is one of those teams in the top 5, I believe. Down goes Luis.
You only have Peachy's the only one that's still up.
This can be very, very bad. Hacks is currently holding 5th place. If they go down here, down goes Twist and Deimos.
But doing
Dude,
work with that
we're doing
nade.
with that nade, yeah. Unfortunately, not able to get the knock on Cash. At least right there, might be able to right now. Cash extremely hurt. Down goes Cash. Peachy, super hurt. Let's see if he can clutch this. Down goes Hacks.
Look how close that was.
19th place,
Wow.
very nearly did it. Very nearly clutched it. Would have been solo, but that's definitely gonna hurt their placement. Coming in 19th place with
Exactly.
how many kills did they have? They had 2 kills. Yeah, that's 1 point
That's
plus 3 points.
Yeah, that's 3 points total. I mean, that's not gonna do it for a team. And you see this so often. A team
Mr. Zebra's been
in the
knocked.
top,
Dude,
get knocked out
Mystic
so
is
early.
knocked. The only one left is Matt. Down goes 187. Wow.
187.
Okay, so that's
Knocked
gonna
out
definitely
18th
change
place.
it. We still have Dream. Let's see, Dream Killers are way out of zone, but they should be able to get in. Who else do we
I
have
think
that's left from the top?
I think this last match speaks such
True Esports.
about these scrims. You know, that even if one of the best teams can get knocked out super early in any of these matches and really open it up for a lot of teams that are farther back in the points to move way up.
Now, they should. I'm assuming with some of these teams that are trying to inch their way into the top 5, seeing those teams go down, they're probably a little bit relieved. Now they just got to kind of get that better placement. We have the Forgotten pushing towards OUTcast Bravo. Beanie BB, the only one left. Looks like Cried is gonna be the sacrificial lamb and be able to give a little bit of information, just so that Jay White. I like that. He sacrificed himself to give a little bit of info. So Beanie BB, and then the knock, very nice. Unfortunately, down goes Beanie BB. Was unable to get into the building. Down goes OUTcast Bravo. But I love that move that they did right there. That was a nice little sacrificial move. Helped him survive just a little longer. Unfortunately, was not able to clutch that.
And not only when these best teams,
Gizmo has been knocked. Bug and Cal.
Was he in a vehicle? I think we got blown out of a vehicle.
I think he was near a vehicle and Dream Killers.
Yeah,
across the
right
bridge.
There,
Got the knock on him. Well, at least now he knows.
When these best teams get knocked out, not only does it open up more spots for you to get closer, but it obviously makes the overall room not as difficult because some of the best teams are knocked out, so it kind of decreases the overall difficulty of getting into a top 5 position.
Oh, they spotted him, and there's like that little break in the smoke. They gave up. If they keep shooting, they might be able to find him.
Yeah. Keep shooting that same spot.
Wow. Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
Oh, wow.
Peachy. Low, man. Low. Super low. Well, I guess Peachy you'll see soon enough, right?
Oh, Peachy, you're gonna be a little.
That's
frustrated.
the good thing about a delay as well. You get to relive those kind of moments again at a different angle.
See how close you truly were.
And I actually caught that, so yeah, you'll find out soon enough how close, how low Elia was.
Oh man. And now we're that one team away. This is always this. I think 16th place is the worst place to get in these scrims because it's the last place we get one placement point. Even though you've already done 18 minutes of work, you're getting nothing but the same amount of points that the team that got knocked out in the first 30 seconds. So frustrating.
We got Dabs getting a knock on a member from 10 HP, so let's go take a look at that. Joe has been knocked.
Dabs on that team whose name just rolls off the tip of your tongue, Jinjin Stinchin.
Yeah. I can't even say it. I might accidentally. I'll just say, yeah, JJTC. That's a lot easier. Down goes Marsh getting knocked by Cal with, I believe, was an M24 shot. Flash gets knocked from error. So right now, 10 HP kind of fighting on two different sides against 404 error and JJTC. Cal knocked. So it looks like Marsh is going to get revived. Zone's about to close. Here he goes. It looks like we're going to have somewhat around Cement Factory. So Team Dream Killers and the Forgotten. If the Forgotten can take out Dream Killers, I mean, that's almost all the top 5 teams
huge
right now. Yeah. Especially there's still 16 teams left. That can change the dynamic of at least the top 3.
This is the way they set up right now. This is pretty much a recipe for the blue to win. Because even if either one of these teams gets a knock, even though it's 2v or 3v4, how are you gonna cross that area to get the push? It's such a far distance across the frozen river. So you just keep fighting, maybe get a knock here or there, lose a lot of utility, and then it goes from the 4th to the 5th zone right now in a few seconds, and you're all running for your lives because you're dying.
Yeah.
So this is the Blues just sit there like, ha 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 ha. Ha. Keep going, boys. Keep fighting. It looks like Gizmo's gonna maybe Gizmo doesn't have a delay because I think he heard me, and he's setting to smoke up the vehicle so they can get the heck out of Dodge as quickly as possible.
Here comes the zone. The zone always forces everyone's decisions, unfortunately, and no vehicles right now for the Forgotten. They're gonna.
Is there any?
They do. They do have a vehicle. I didn't notice the vehicle over there.
They're looking for any type of. I tell you, if I was DK, what they could have done right there is just smoke all or torch all their vehicles. Give them no escape route.
S-Rage
no vehicle route.
Has an entire Misfire squad in front of him, and Misfire knows where he's at. Here comes Zozu. And he steps into the molly. Down he goes. That was probably not how that he pictured that would go. Steps into the molly, does half the damage to himself. Not sure where he was at.
Jinjin knocks seat up.
Down goes for top strikers.
Is Ace first seat up.
So C-Dub again. See, we just talked about that too. So that way he can now he can IGL.
Yeah, that's like, oh, good. I'm glad that is what I was hoping for.
Oh, Gold just barely able to escape from that. Brownie got to be careful with the TPP.
These guys have almost
down
little to
goes
no
Brownie.
gameplay time together. This team, what we want to do is we want to get as many of Misfire members into these matches. Now Gold goes down. Ginger Thirst Gold, is that? And
what the heck's the only one left?
Only Wada's left. Looks like OUTcast Alpha is very close to getting thirsted by Ginger Stinchin. And it looks like from what way they're playing right now that they're kind of sending out a notice to the Misfire A team, like, hey, you know, how about look what we can do.
They've been playing pretty aggressive tonight. That's for sure. With 3 kills so far.
They're running up the side of the mountain. I love it. All of them trying to get to Wadu.
I mean, this is gonna be a tough push. You got to be you gotta be careful. Down goes Ace GG. Dabs, down goes what the heck.
Wow.
So JJTC
they squad wiped JJTC Ginger Stinchin, squad wiping OUTcast Alpha. I guarantee all these guys, Ace, Jinjin, Fish, Dabs, all the guys that wanted to play more comp, but maybe felt they're getting a little bit squeezed out based on us having like our A team coming in here and kind of, you know, thickening their resume. Say, hey, you know, don't forget about us.
That's definitely.
They're gonna be playing in the rest of these scrims. You know, we say, hey, come on in here. Just even if you can't score enough points to win, you can always be a disruptor. And then speaking of that, Vulcan from the A team getting knocked.
And down goes Bliss as they full send their Dacia into this compound. Bliss thirsted. But that was a nice nade thrown in by Flash. Luckily did not get not found. Joe now the only one right here currently able to get the revive on his partner Goldie. Down goes Karma. Prod on the opposite side. Prod a little bit delayed on his reaction. I thought he's seen him coming that whole time. I thought he would have got him. Down goes Prod. Flash now gonna be the only one left as Goldie gets revived. Ace GG knocked. Fish about to knock to the zone. Dabs is dead. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
there's no easy way down.
This is what's gonna happen now. Is that they spent so much time with OUTcast Alpha, they didn't plan for the blue, and this is what's gonna happen. They get knocked out pretty. It only went 14th place.
Wait, that did not do as much damage. It didn't do any damage at all. The way he fell, he got lucky. Let's see if he can get into zone.
Oh, Dabs, can he make it?
And he's gonna have his partner's loot right there at the very least. So
and this way, Dabs, besides myself, the second most senior member of Misfire Visitors is over almost a year and a half.
We got Dream Killers versus True Esports.
Oh,
down goes Crash, down goes Mars, Kunji. Stoned, now the only one up for down goes Dream Killers. Their dreams have been killed, so to speak. Cash knocked, but they should be revived. It's looking more and more like this is True Esports night tonight. They have the lead.
You're being prophetic.
They've already all the other top 5 squads have been taken out. Dream Killers were the last one.
It just unofficially, they're currently in 5th place, 112 points behind what has been Black. So them getting these big points is going to tighten up that top 5 position so much more.
What am I seeing? Oh, okay. The screen's inverted. Okay, GG's.
And this is the most dangerous part of the game, going from 15 to under 10 teams. So many teams rotating around with
Down goes
one,
Joe.
with one
Yeah.
or two players left. You just gotta hold on for another couple minutes and stay alive. Even by doing nothing, you're gonna get a lot of points.
Down goes Dabs by Lucky. Joe's about to bleed out. I don't think Goldie can even attempt the revive as Team 24 is pushing over here. In fact, they see Goldie, I think. I'm not sure. True Esports Twisties. Knocked. Down goes Joe. Down goes 10 HP. The Forgotten are going to have to eventually push into the zone. Rubber Ducky, the only one left for OUTcast Charlie. And down he goes, taken out by Face 1. Zone shifted in favor of actually Team 23. They do have Team 24 down to their south of them, though. They got to be very careful.
Gizmo all these teams have got
zone.
to push in very far into the zone. All these teams out there. Team 10, Misfire.
Oh!
4.
Cal just got the heel, stood up, so and then boom. Wow. Very nicely thrown nade.
Like I said, in the past 90 seconds, we've gone from 12 teams down to 8.
Probably lost a good 15 people at the same time too.
Exactly. It's so important just to stay alive in this transition. Now that we've got down to about 8 teams, now we're going to lose another group of guys as they try to rotate into the zone. Like Benefor right now, trying to prevent Misfire from pushing into the zone. Well, Misfire pushes wide right. They're going to go right into the
down
remnants
goes Vulcan.
He's the last member of. Oh, Fat Boy with the Molly.
Fat Boy is hurt. And there he goes. Oh, but just barely survived. And look at that. It's not going to have any time at all. It's going to have to heal and just run straight to zone. Unfortunately, with Broham to the side.
Yeah, he got the kill, but he also got the placement point. So there goes Martinez right there to finish him off. But GG's to Fatboy because he got the team from 8th to 7th place. So those extra placement points too, along with an extra kill point. So that kill was really worth about 3 points.
Down goes Chris for Broham. Broham only with 2 players up. The other player is knocked, about to bleed out. Emperor has been knocked.
So many players are now knocked or are super low.
I mean, FPP at this point is just healing off outside, trying to survive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want to say he can sneak his way in there, but Martinez is right there. If he can actually kill Martinez, he can get at least to 3rd place. Does he not? Martinez. F. Wow. A-dub to the face. If he would have done the same thing, he would have instantly got 3rd place, instantly got a few more placement points. And could have survived. Could have let Team True Esports and Face 1 face off against each other while he waits in the wait. But unfortunately, down he goes. Martinez can now relax and let Team 8 and Team 23 potentially take care of each other, hopefully to the point where he can just kind of third party it. That'd be the best case scenario.
Exactly. And get this to sit back for Broham. And I tell you, this Broham team kind of almost quit a couple weeks ago when a lot of the team left to make Dream Killers. The leader of Broham sent me a DM was like, we're probably just going to pack it in. And I was like, dude, just show up. Dude, just show up with 2-3 people if you have to. Don't give up. It'll work out. And he said, you know what? I think you're right. Thanked me and came into it. And now we're kind of seeing the results.
Elia knocked down goes
still
Martinez.
doing work. Getting at least a top 2 finish in this last match.
This is a perfect opportunity to face one to push. There's only one member up of Deimos.
They're not reading the kill feed.
Yeah, you gotta pay towards the end of these guys. You gotta pay attention to that kill feed because you would have seen there was 2 members knocked from True. You would have been like, okay, so there's only 6 of us, so that means there's only 1 of them up. And that would have been the perfect opportunity to push. This is the 8th and final zone though, and
this
they're
is
not
no
in zone.
joke. This is 5 seconds. So, what if I'm one? I'm talking to my team. You know where they're at. They all got to come out of that one place. So you want to concentrate your fire in there and try to do as much damage as they pull out.
Trying to get another kill, and they secure that kill. Pokyu very nearly knocked. 30 seconds before the zone closes in. Down goes Twists. Here comes a molly from True Esports. This is where you throw mollies if you have them.
Yeah, this is where you're dumping
Twists
all of your.
knocked.
And you gotta hit him.
Down goes Elia. Deimos, the only one up, and down he goes. Phase 1 wins their first game of the night. 5 kills for them. True Esports with what is that? 17 kills, but second place.
Wow.
Broham coming in third with 2 kills. Let me go ahead and take some screenshots of this.
17 kills. They probably won that match, even though they came in second place just because of the kills. Because they only had 5 kills. It's only 8 points difference. So yeah, even though True did finish second, they're gonna have the points to take that last match. And with Brohim coming in third place with 2 kills, Menafor A-Team with 1 kill, the Embassy with only 3 players with a clutch, a nice with 7 kills. Menafor Bravo, Hombres de Cuatro, getting 8 kills with only 3 members, and Misfire tried to make up for kind of an overall not stellar event, getting 7th place with 4 kills.
And so I'm just sending the final screenshots to the server. There we go.
I wanted to, just before we get these last, I'm going to go back to some old stats just to see.
And as always, guys, we always like to try to give you the unofficial scores before we end the stream for the night. So Brownie, I'm sure, is working on those as quick as he can.
So I think that probably if we go with True Esports with this, we've had now this is our 12th event. So just in who's been winning them, just so we're gonna Hacks in the first half has won 3 scrims. 187 Black has won 4 scrims. Outcast Alpha has won 1 scrim. If True Esports wins tonight, this will be their 2nd scrim win. And then Dream Killers have 1, and Meeseeks have 1. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams have won 12 events. So, there is a little bit of parity. It's not just one team winning week in, week out. But it's not it's not like we have a new team win every single week after this first first half. So while we're waiting, I asked this to Duke and I asked this to Nikki. Now that we're at the halfway point, what are some of the thoughts that you have so far in like how it's going, how you thought it was going to go versus how it is going? Your general opinion so far of the Scrim season.
To be honest, okay, so the current point leaders, I kind of thought that coming in it was gonna be 187 just from preseason and even before that. Seeing how they were winning a lot of the scrims, I definitely had a feeling it was gonna be them on top. Hacks is a nice surprise. I didn't think they would be so close to. I mean, they're not too far, but they definitely need to start bringing in a little bit more if they want to be able to catch up. Especially like a night for tonight. So now 187. Last I remember, they were second place. They went down early this round with not a whole lot of kills. So potentially they're gonna come in maybe third, second, if that. So that little mountain is starting to get a little bit smaller. Although unfortunately, with Hacks did not do nearly as well in that last round. So we'll see how they were in the top 5. They're probably gonna get dropped down from there. But the important thing for any other team right now, especially the teams in the top 3, is how good, what kind of placement points is 187 Black's gonna get, and they're not gonna get those 30 points for the night. True Esports is more than likely gonna come out on top. Second place with 17 kills, that's pretty much the win right there. Either way for the round.
You are right.
But definitely, I would say Hacks being second right now, and not too far behind is probably what the surprise for me was coming into these scrims.
I would say this is how continuously we were getting new teams in and new players in.
And it's always those new teams that kind of like throw a wrench into it all, right? Everything's working perfectly.
And that's the thing that I really like. I mean, I do the stats for like the Cherry Tower Popper, and we're getting between 10 and 15 new players every scrim. We're currently at 3. I mean, obviously the first 2 weeks everyone was new, but after that it's obviously a lot of the same, but still a new 10 to 15. Everybody, we're up to 315 individuals that played in here and playing for 15 different teams. And I really like that because I thought it was going to be either everyone was going to play all the matches and kind of freeze out anybody new coming in, or nobody would show up for all the matches. And we've got it's pretty much, I'd say 50% of the teams play all the matches, and then a quarter play 2, and then a quarter are just random teams that come in here, whether it be for one match, or we just play on Fridays because we have other stuff on Mondays and Wednesdays, whatever it is. And I really appreciate that. Plus, we've never had less than 22 teams in any of the lobbies, and that's one thing that I was terrified of. That's one thing I think that ruins any type of like organized scrim season is the teams just quit. And the one thing that, and I always, obviously, you look to those who have done it before you, the ones who have the most experience, and after the amount of effort and time and money you put into yours, and to still see people still dropping off, I was like, there's no way around it. I said, there's no way you can fix it.
Yeah.
It's a glitch. Until we just came in and said, you know what if we just open it up for
That's
anybody
true.
else?
This is what I love about this, because even right now, even though we're only halfway through, guaranteed if this would have been fixed teams throughout the whole season, you would have already had the low teams already dropping out, at least a couple. But with this system right here, it's just like the scrims before. So you're always gonna have those teams that are always joining OUTcast scrims either way. But now with the way this is set up, you're not gonna ever have an end of the season when there's only like 12 teams competing, and it just gets real stale in the action. Always gonna be nice full scrims for the most part. And we have the scores coming in.
It's like the saying goes, like you step on the shoulders of those before you. And we learned from guys like you. Guys have been doing these scrims, are doing seasons for season 3, season 4. You've been doing organized scrims and organized seasons, and trying to cherry pick the best things that you're doing, to try to eliminate the things that are inherently wrong with the game. And then so hopefully somebody else will hopefully there'll be no better situation than if this became some sort of like process that is using more scrims. People kind of steal the idea and run with it.
Let me get this. I do have the scores. Let me just where did I put them at? I have them in OUTcast folder right here. Final.
Wow, there'll be a lot of movement. A lot of opportunity for teams to move. I can't wait to. Usually, we're right after this. I get so excited. I go and I do the power rankings just before I go to bed, and I'm really going to be interested in this week's because these scores are very, very unique.
Yeah.
And
So
as we wait, as we also get these scores, we're also, as you guys know, end of the match, we bring in the leader of OUTcast, Brownie, and C-Dub, the coach, as we've seen it multiple times. First of all, thank you, C-Dub, for giving us a lot of your time today. And as I said earlier, if you're a player,
unofficial scores, guys.
Yeah, unofficial. If you're a player, you want to come here for some interviews, just hit me up on DM.
Yes. I think Brett was one of the ones. He was one of the ones who was asking earlier in the like after the
Demos?
first round. I don't know. It says True Brett
I
on
think
Twitch.
Brett
Yeah.
is
from
Demos,
True
but
Esports. Yeah. So definitely hit
I'll
him
hit
up.
him up.
And then we could
I'll
talk
hit him up,
about their
definitely.
good performance on Friday night, maybe potentially on Monday night. All right.
That's
That'll be
called
nice.
that's
a 200 IQ move right there. So let me go ahead and just real quick the top 5 unofficial scores. Of course, True Esports winning the night, 116 points, 51 kills, first place finish. 187 Black was able to just barely hang on to that second place finish, 75 points, 28 kills. Dream Killers, if they would have survived literally maybe like 1 or 2 more placement points, they potentially could have overtook or maybe even tied for 187 Black. 71 points, 18 kills. And the Woo, 69 points, 18 kills at 4th. And Face One, with that performance in the last round, winning the last round, they were able to squeak their way into the top 5, 66 points, 12 kills. And of course, guys, these are all unofficial scores.
And just how other teams, the top 5 did. The team unofficially, but currently in second place, Hacks, finishing in 8th place, 51 points. And the team currently in 3rd place, OUTcast Alpha, finishing up in 11th place with 40 points. So those are all the teams in the top 5 and how they kind of finished out. So, like I said, a lot of teams that are not even the top 20. I mean, Phase 1 not in the top 20. Dempsey not in the top 20. The Forgotten is currently in 10th place. Metaphor Bravo is currently in 12th place. Anti-Sweat not in the top 20. So I think you're going to see some movement, but because so many of the lower teams don't have less points, I think it might protect the teams at the top a little bit from getting really falling, because a lot of the teams that did well are teams that we're not close enough to really jump over them in the scores. Like if it was, say, Meta 4 or Top Strikers like that. Although True Esports, scored that 30 points, they were only 37 points behind Dream Killers in 4th place. So they are going to definitely close that distance on Dream Killers in OUTcast Alpha.
And then I have
it just tightens up all of these scores going in the halfway point. Again, like I said, and going into all these events, never less, I think, than 22 teams, like officially, obviously a team might drop out midway through the match or whatever, but full lobbies every time and unique teams. And what I love is that we're getting a good mixture of a team like Meeseeks comes in here, plays once, wins it, but then we might get another team that's just 4 random guys comes in here, doesn't do very well, gets blown out. We get a good mixture of just random teams coming in here, and now a lot of teams are getting some popularity off of these scrims. I know that Misfire, we started a second team, our Jinjin Stinchin. I know you guys met them OUTcast Alpha at that last match, and it's just guys that were kind of. We don't have an official Bravo team, but they're kind of angry that they were not getting any matches in these scrims, because we consider these scrims like our premier scrim to be part of. So we said, you know what, let's sign them up, get in there, and obviously they went in there and had some fun.
That's what I kind of like about these scrims too. I noticed a lot of inner clan rivalry. Like, for instance, we have the 3 OUTcast teams. Now we have 2 Misfire teams. We very frequently have two
Dream Killer teams,
2 Dream Killer 2s, 2 Meta 4 teams. So we'll very frequently have teams battling, and they always just treat each other as if they were the worst enemies and just go at each other without any mercy. So
Yeah.
it's always awesome
I
to
mean,
watch.
especially in the I see the OUTcast shows. I know that it's a very both of Bravo and Charlie really appreciate it when they're able to smoke the other team. And I know that those guys, Fish, Dabs, Jin, and Ace. Although their overall finish wasn't what they hoped for, they're taking it out of there. That they did some, they got some kills on Misfire, and they got some coming into this a scrim as a team that's never played together, and you can see you got some kills on Outcast Alpha and Misfire. I think that's a pretty good just a story for you guys if you're a brand new team coming in there for the first time. But with that said, we don't want to Brownie C-Dub. Obviously, your 11th place finish. You guys are pretty much like a tale of two teams so far the first half. I think you guys are either one match you guys are top three, doing excellent, and then you guys kind of have just like a little bit of you guys are coming. It's either like 11th, or I mean out of the top 10, or first or second. It seems with you guys so far.
Yeah, pretty much. And a lot of times, unfortunately, it comes down to one small incident right there where the second Misfire team came up on us. We spent a little too much time trying to get up on top of that hill, which generally the team that's on top of that hill rules them all. But we spent probably an extra 30, 45 seconds trying to get up on top of it. In the meantime, the second Misfire team came up in there and took it from us and was able to take that over. Of course, we would like to think that if we got up there first, that it would have been a no contest just because of the terrain on its own. But
first of all, it's not Misfire second team. It's Jin Stinchin. So
Jin. I have to practice saying it.
JJTC.
JJTC.
Yes, it's JJTC, man. So much easier. So much easier.
JJTC. That's that sounds like something that you see like on the back of an orange jumpsuit jumping over a electrified fence.
That's fine. That's
property
fine.
of JJTC.
That's fine. Hey, we came up with that name because Jin, one of our newest members, and I know you guys have, this is a problem. Situation you guys have had for months. You get an influx of new players for whatever reason, and you want to get them matches. You want to get them real matches. And we would just other scrims and stuff, but there's nothing as salty and as sweaty as this Outcast scrims. We've heard it from team after team that we've interviewed that this is the super sweaty, and we want to get them in there, and we were able to. So, and I think a lot of guys, if you want to get in there, there is not. Let's put it this way: if you're just a regular team without a reputation or an invite, there's not going to be a higher level of scrim you're going to get into than this right here. This is the only scrim I know at this level where you can just sign up a couple days beforehand, get in, and play with quality team at this level. Now, yes, you can say there's better scrims here and there, but you have to either have an invite or know somebody or earn your way in or something like that. This is I can't think of a higher level scrim where it is open to literally anybody who can put together a squad and sign up on time.
Maybe I'll put together a squad for myself for Mondays.
I told you. I tell you what. If there was, I said if there was Random, Lady, Oscar, and Mrs. Random, that's a good team. That is a good team right there.
Well, at least for sure make it to top 10.
Yeah, I would love. I mean, nothing
at least one round
happier.
for sure.
Nothing would. That'd be awesome. So now that you guys are kind of like we've gotten through the first half, I've been asking Nick, I've been asking everybody. Well, I guess I'll ask you guys first as a competitor in the event. What do you need to improve on, and what are you proud of so far?
Well, I'm proud of generally the way that we move around the map. That's always been kind of our bread and butter. The things that we need to improve on are knowing when we're in important situations. I think everybody can kind of fall into that trap, especially on Fridays, of getting a little lax. This is a situation where I don't want to say being stupid, but not performing up to our potential in a very small, little short 30-second window probably cost us minimum of 10 points for the season, which is likely going to be the difference between, second and third or third and fourth. So tightening it up on moments like that. There was a situation where it was something to do with the game glitching, but, we ended up losing a player driving down a straight road, paved road, and we had two players collide with each other. and lost a player, which would have probably made a big difference going into that Miramar round. Little things like that is what we need to tune up on.
What do you think, Brownie? What are you happy about, and what do you think you guys need to get better at?
I'm happy that despite playing like absolute crap the past few weeks, we're still in top five. So, I mean, that shows we can at least pull it together some nights. We
You
need to
know,
go back to
it's about
basics
Brownie.
and what we were doing in the summer.
He's the motivator of the team, isn't he?
Absolutely.
So now on the second half, as the operators, the organizers of this scrim, what are some things you like, and what are the things that you gotta what we want to improve on in the second half? Because I tell you what, I think it's like honestly for me, I think that the amount of how the skill and the excitement has continued to build over the 4 weeks. I thought it might get really exciting in the beginning, and then it would kind of just die off after a week or two. But I think we're really building towards a crescendo. I think the momentum is growing and growing. One thing I want to do is I want to figure out a way to get the stats as we get more and more stats in here to get them out faster, quicker, more organized, and stuff like that. That's one thing I want to improve on for myself. So I don't know what you think, C-Dub. What do you like? Both think is the best, and what are you trying to work on for the second half?
Well, what I'm getting ready for is for the end of it. Honestly, I'm looking at some of it. No, I mean no, definitely not in that way. But like some of the clips, like we promised people we're going to take the best of the clips, and we're going to try to make that into a highlight reel. I'm super looking forward to throwing all that raw footage into Premiere and seeing what comes out of it. I'm really hoping that some more people start. I know everybody's watching the VODs. I mean, there's like 600 something views. I hope people start clipping them a little more than they are. I think we've already got a solid 15 or 20 of them, and they're all pretty decent. That's really it. I just hope that everyone takes advantage to everything we're doing to the fullest and enjoys it.
And what about you, Brownie? What do you as the org? What's the best part, and what do you think we're going to improve on for the second half to make it even a better experience?
Best part, I think, so far is being able to bring the higher level of gameplay in terms of having something actually the end, so an end goal, a prize for all the teams that have been around supporting our events for the past year or so. So I think that's been the most valuable thing that we've been able to offer and that I'm happiest to have been able to do so far. And obviously start getting to work soon on making sure we can do it again and again in the future.
Yeah, one thing I'm going to try to do, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it, what I put is, I want to somehow at the end of the season, because I have all these stats, it's kind of like, and I've kind of setting up a process for it, like to send the stats for Outcast Alpha to you guys, and to Brown, kind of just have all of each person's stats kind of exported out to them, and I'm working on a process to do that, but I think that'd be pretty cool if every team that participated at the end of the season was able to get their stats by match and stuff like that, their total kills and everything, no matter regardless of how you finished.
Yeah, that'd be awesome right there.
So anyway, I'm all set. I mean, we're halfway through, but it's still the momentum's growing. It's not like I was very afraid that we'd be talking this day that we'd have 12 teams in here and kind of decided that we're gonna call it an event. But like I said, it's getting bigger, more wait times. I mean, more teams wait list, try to get in there. Applying within seconds of when it opens up. New teams coming in, new players. I think it's all looking just better and better for the second half.
Yeah, and it's been a pretty exciting first half as well, especially with tonight. Tonight was a lot of interesting outcome to the rounds, I guess.
I just like teams come in here and just going in there and playing hard to just be sports. I know from just seeing our Discord is those guys that came in, they came in 19th place, but what they're remembering is we killed Misfire and we killed Outcast Alpha. That's what they're taking out of that. It's like when you golf, you don't remember all the bad shots, you just remember the good ones. And they're coming out of there with that mindset, and that's all you can really ask them and play this game is try to go in there, have fun, and make a memory. And I think that's definitely what the guys from Ginge and Stinchen did. Is it definitely made a good memory as a team, as a squad tonight.
Well, hopefully that they're already signed up for Monday. I'd like to see them come in here and
now they're like, all right, boys,
They want
we
a
did
little,
it once.
it happened at the. It happened. It just so happened to happen in the last round, so they can't. They have to wait
Yeah.
till
Now,
next
it's-
one to get a little revenge.
A blind squirrel can find an acorn, but can you do it twice?
Yeah.
That's the sign of and I'm sure they're going to. And I would love a little Ginge and Stinchen, Outcast Bravo Charlie kind of who's the best second team rivalry. I love rivalries inside of the games, whether it's 187 Black and Outcast Alpha, or Broham, or Dreamcoast, or anybody who has a little kind of like extra little skin in the game. I think that makes the game that much more exciting. So I'm sure they're gonna sign up and they'll be in there. Try to do a little bit better than they did today.
Yeah, guys, remember you gotta let them get a chance at some revenge, okay?
Oh, I'm sure it will. I mean, Outcast. I think that if you look at the kills over the entire season, Outcast Misfire deserves a little bit more revenge than Outcast does. So they've killed us more times than we've killed them. So we still get a couple more turns before it's even Steven. But I'm good. I mean, I'm just super excited. I can't wait for Monday. I can't wait to see these stats go and
the pre-game
how the rest
show
of the
for
season
Monday.
goes.
Make sure you guys join in early for that one. Mid through the mid season. Pickford always has some nice pre-game show with Duke. Should have some updated scores hopefully by then as well. So make sure you guys.
Oh yes.
One of you guys on the Twitch chat, can you guys put out the? I'm sure you guys have a command for your website, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so go ahead and do that. Any other things you wanted to add before I end the stream?
Yes, one last thing.
I heard you had another 24-hour stream coming up.
Oh hell
tomorrow.
no! 12 hours.
No, I thought that was going to be every week
Nah.
thing for you. Is what I was
No,
told.
screw that. No.
But with that said, I tell you, I've put a little Easter eggs in our conversation throughout the scrim tonight. So tune in tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time, to tune in on Trovo to random stream. Throughout that day, somebody might just jump into the chat and just start giving away free subs if you can answer specific trivia questions of what happened tonight.
Subs get exclusive sub-only giveaways, which turns giveaways from like 70 people to like 20 or 30. So your chances are increased greatly being sub.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying how many it's going to happen, but I will say last weekend, I think it was 12 subs were given away. So
Nice, thank you.
you have a good chance. Guys are getting out of there. Guys who knew their answers were getting 3 or 4 subs apiece. So make sure you're in there, you're paying attention to the chat, and answer those questions as quickly as you can.
All right, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you again for letting me stream these. Very exciting to watch. And guys out there, thank you so much for joining. These are HyperX Scrim Season 1. This is the halfway point of the season. So starting next week on Monday, we'll be starting the later half of the season. Make sure you guys join in 15 minutes before the official start time of the scrims to tune in for Pickford and Duke's pregame show. He's gonna be updating the stats, get some official scores hopefully as well. So make sure you guys join in for that. Thank you once again. My name is RANDOMX, and of course with my OP co-host Pickford, and of course thank you always Brownie and C-Dub. I'll see you guys next week. Me personally on Friday, and of course make sure you guys join for Monday. Pickford and Duke will be casting those. So peace out, everybody. Thank you so much. You guys all have a